really community re tsebe hore ke bo mang ba ba re tjhaketseng kajeno. So, honorable members, before we proceed, I'm going to request that we introduce ourselves, and then we'll be followed by the support staff and by the office of the MEC if they are here, and lastly the department. Thank you very much. And the MMC will do the welcoming. Thank you very much. Member Shirota, can you please introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Member Shirota. I'm a member of this committee.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for the community that is joining us today. My name is Member Ever du Plessis. I am from the West Rand, and I'm part of this committee. Thank you.
Ke batla ho utlwa hore ntse le mametse. Nna ke itse ke mang? Ke mang ka njwetsang? Oh, nyabong.
Okay, good morning everyone, colleagues and our brothers and sisters. I'm Emma More, I'm a member of this committee as well.
MMC?
Good morning, everyone. Lebitso la ka ke nna MMC Mokhoje, responsible for human settlement and real estate in Mogale City.
Thank you. Jackie, support staff?
Dumelang kaofela, nna ke tla introduce support staff ya human settlements kaofela. Nna ke Jackie Muteke. We have got a researcher Mola Asanele. We have Pamela next to the camera there. We have another lady by the name of Unjabulo. The rest of the staff are registering outside. Thank you.
Thank you very much. HOD, I don't know if the office of the MEC is here. Office of the MEC? Yes, you can introduce yourself.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Shadrach Buthelezi. I'm the Parliamentary Liaison Officer in the Office of the MEC. Thank you. Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Shadrach Buthelezi. I'm the Parliamentary Liaison Officer in the Office of the MEC. Thank you.
Anyone else from the office of the MEC? Okay, HOD?
Thank you, Chairperson. Dumelang. Dumelang. Sanbonani. Lebitso la ka ke Puleng Khatebe Mabaso. I'm the acting HOD of the Department of Human Settlements. Ke na le di colleagues tsa ka, Chair, in the House, and I would like each one of them to introduce themselves. Ke a leboga.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Members, Community of Mogale City. My name is Branham Francis and I'm the Head of Strategy in the Department of Human Settlements.
Good morning, Chair, members, Honorable MMC, the people here. My name is Abdullah Ismail. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the department.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and Honorable members and colleagues and community. My name is Lindiwe Kwele. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Gauteng Partnership Fund, which is an entity of the Department of Human Settlement. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair and colleagues, members. My name is Basani Mameja. I am the Head of Strategy and Performance at GPF.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Leah Mabusela. I am the Chief Investment and Development Officer for Gauteng Partnership Fund.
Realocha, my name is Ngwaku Mulukomme from the Department of Human Settlement. Thank you. Alangudo. I'm saying my name is Ngwaku Mulukomme. I'm responsible for planning from the Department of Human Settlement. Abang good. Okay, ngwaku mulukomme. Liang good like. Yeah, sure.
Good morning, Chair, honorable members, MMC colleagues, Nabahlali. My name is Libi Molekane. I'm the regional head responsible for West Rand. Thank you.
Dumelang. Nake Matsobane Manamela from Human Settlements Monitoring and Evaluation. Thanks.
Sanibonani nonke. Mina nguNomfundo ngokwangwenya. Umsebenzi wami responsible for property and assets, asset management. Ngiyabonga.
Morning, Honorable Chair, Honorable Members, HOD, colleagues and members of the community. My name is Buingotlo. My surname is Ntebe. I'm the Chief Director responsible for sector transformation. Thank you.
Locha, Urina Batu. Zinalang Victor Chikochi from Office of the HOD, Human Settlement. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair, honorable members, and to the community. My name is Tamara Mazana. I'm the Director responsible for asset disposal.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and honorable members. My name is Janelle Bowen. I'm responsible for the informal settlements upgrade. And good morning to the community as well.
Okay, we also want to acknowledge Member Ali. He has just joined us. And there's also Councillor Biela Ugupi from Beggersdal. Okay, Siyabonga. Now that we are done with the introduction, we'll now move to item number 3, which is apologies. I'm going to ask the Jackie to do the apologies for us.
Thank you, Chairperson. Member Craig is running late. He started in another meeting. Member Fuchs is committed in party business. Member Miso is attending another meeting, sports. Member Lindy Way, Member Lindy Way and Abrams are deployed from their party business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. HOD, there's an apology from the MEC, remember?
Yes.
Okay, there's an apology from the MEC of Human Settlement, Metasmin Mutara, Wile Cairo, Le Premier, Bailo Bua Katsone Tabatza, Human Settlement, so Utlo Kutlakadi 8. MEC we tu namhlanje. Angeke abenati ufake apology uhambe no premier baye Cairo Egypt kune international conference on human settlement MEC uyawa attend ama meeting wethu. Is a pity nje today angeke abenati. I hope ukuthi sizo accept that apology. Ngiyabonga. And then can we then move to the adoption of the agenda, honorable members? Can I get a mover?
I move.
Thank you, Member Muri. Any seconder?
I'll second, Chair.
Thank you very much, Member Duplessis. Our agenda is adopted. We are now moving to item number 6. Before item number 6, I'm going to request the MMC of Human Settlement to do the welcoming, and immediately after that, the department will do a presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair of the committee, members of the committee, Baholo, all stakeholders in attendance, all our officials from the Department of Human Settlement. Good morning. Dumelang, sianibona. Lebitso la ka ke nna Councillor Miriam Mogoje. I'm responsible for human settlement, real estate and investment. It is an honor, Chair, for seeing the committee bringing this event here or the meeting here in Mogale City. We are happy and very excited. While we are the municipalities that have so much of the human settlement problems, we know, Hori, today you are not here to listen to our problems. You are here to present your reports. But we want to take this opportunity and welcome you while presenting and our expectation that we do have problems as our municipality. Re na le batho ba e leng gore they are really waiting. And I can tell you, Chair, some of them, they are here. As long as you call a meeting that is called a youth, the number that we are having as a burden in our municipality, we are wishing or giving the message to those who are around and responsible for taking care. At least I see one of my favorite coordinator in the West Rand, she's here. At least she's also listening to our cry. We are wishing to have one of the mega projects in Mogale that will really assist on accommodating our people. We have people here around us who have been waiting from 1996 until today. Those people are not allocated their house. Some of them are elders, some ba hlokafalela in the backyard, ili bahiri, which is not a good thing. The last message that I want to give to the committee, and apologizing for arriving late, Chair. I think you are aware that we are in a council meeting that needs to approve some of the financial document items. So I must also be joining the council. But I want to give this message as Mohago, Hore, Chair of the committee. This is a serious, critical committee that should assist us to build dignity. And Riete sure, Hore, you know, I always say to people, now when I grow up, my mother, today of running away. So I think Liane na ranile away. Then one thing that my mother used to say to us when we were babies or when we were growing up, when I die, I want to die leaving you under a roof. Now, the message that I want to give to the department is that our people, our mothers, our daddies, they want to die leaving their grandchildren and children under the roof. We are wishing the department to look on that issue and making sure that at least as this municipality, we are looked at and we are offered one of the major projects that will accommodate everyone. With those words, Chair, I welcome everyone here. I welcome our citizens. I welcome our community members, all stakeholders in attendance. I am hoping that this gathering will be a very fruitful gathering to us as government and to our people. Thank you so much.
Yo, ra lebo ka matso. O tshware re mo tshwaretse re fihlile late. Re tshwaretse MMC re fihlile late. Oh, okay. MMC, no, we do understand that you are having a council meeting. I know that you are a new MMC. We had a meeting with the executive mayor last week on other issues in the municipality. So we really appreciate that you came and then you make time, even though you have a council meeting, just to come and welcome the legislature to your facility. And as I said earlier, this is the rules of the legislature applies. Hence, I declared this venue as a precinct of the legislature. Thank you very much. Ke tla le tshwarela fela ka hore ke public meeting. Ko legislature, baeti ha ba ope matsoho mare e bontsha empha sign e nngwe hore le kgotsofaletse di-services tse le di tholang from MMC Mogoja akere. Why le opa matsoho? Okay, re ka mo lokolla akere. Re ka mo lokolla. MMC, I think will release you so that you can attend council meeting because it's equally important. Have sa approve budget, how nobody the services tse re di tholang mo mogala akere. And we know that there are a lot of issues as a legislature, as the lawmakers, we are aware. Hence, we were here last week with another committee. I will release you MMC, and then we'll move to item number 6, which is the presentation on the annual report for the 2023-2024 financial year. HOD, I don't know who's going to do the presentation. Over to you.
Thank you, Chair. On behalf of Human Settlements, we welcome the invitation to present the annual report 23-24 financial year to the Gauteng legislature and the citizens of Mogale City. We'll share what the department has done and what we have achieved in the last financial year. The department is definitely, Chair, implementing projects within Mogale City. One of our projects is the Brick Veil project that we're implementing in Mogale City. So we are here today as a department chair to present the annual report. The senior staff members of the department are here. They will also assist through the committee to answer to some of the clarity-seeking questions from the community. Mr. Branham Francis will then proceed, Chair, through you to present the annual report. Thank you.
HOD, I'm not disturbing you. I just wanted to check if GPF is here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, members, once again, HOD and the colleagues and citizens of Mogale City. Once again, my name is Branham Francis, and I will be taking you through the presentation. Just to indicate, the annual report that was published is about a 300-page document indicating all the work that the department has done in the financial year 23-24. What I am going to do is take you through the highlights of the achievement of the department, but I think so it's also important to indicate to the community and to the committee some of the challenges the department has experienced in implementing our human settlement programs. What we have done is not to just leave it as some of the challenges, but the department has applied their mind and come up with possible solutions to help us to implement human settlements in the way it should. So once again, welcome to this presentation, and I will take you through the details. So as far as the table of contents is concerned, it's quite a long presentation, but I'm going to summarize it. The committee has access to the presentation. They've also given us questions, which the department has responded to, and then there are follow-up questions, I would imagine, from today's presentation. So I'll take you through just a brief introduction, looking at who we are, what is our mandate, what are we supposed to be doing according to the Constitution, and what we have delivered. Then it's important for us to explain as well, both to the committee and to the members of the community, how we went about publishing the annual report, what goes in the annual report, who sets the parameters on what we should report, so that there's uniformity in all the departments in Gauteng in the way we would report against our annual performance plan. I think it's also important for us to speak just a little bit on our focus for the medium-term period. We are closing off the previous 5-year term of office, so I think it's important to indicate what we are doing as far as aligning our programs to the National Development Plan, the medium-term strategic framework, the Growing Gauteng 2030 strategy, which is the provincial strategy, and how we are implementing against those. I will speak around the overview of the operations of the department, what are the different programs and who implements what within the community, and list some of the key programs which you are aware that we are implementing in this community, but also to give a sense to the committee as well. I think, as they indicated, it's important to just look at some of the challenges which we will go through. There's also lots of other information which I'm not going to go into the details, but the executive summary is going to show a picture of what we achieved, what we set to achieve as our targets are concerned, and where we fell short, and what is our mitigating plans. The annual report also has a second part, which is called the Human Resource Plan. It speaks to the staff, who is in the staff, the different regions, whether we are capacitated to implement the mandate. So there's a lot of information in the document itself. Then finally is the Auditor-General's report, which will form part of the high-level achievements that will speak to how we fared. I think Chairperson has given us a little snapshot on how we've done compared to the previous 22-23 financial year. We have been moving in strides in implementing the mandate. So basically, that's a summary of what's in the content of the presentation. As I indicated, I will be speaking to maybe about 15 slides and try and keep within the time so that my colleagues from the Partnership Fund can present as well. So basically, as far as the introduction is concerned, this is our vision statement. A vision is what we aspire to achieve within a 5-year period, and we want to be an integrated, sustainable human settlement within the smart Gauteng city region. And you'd know that we always talk, and Premier also speaks about the smart city region, in that the way we want to implement our programs throughout the province itself. So it's an integrated, sustainable human settlements, and I think the community will know back in the days we used to call it the Department of Housing, and we were concerned with just building housing. Over the past few years, we've realigned the department to speak to human settlements, meaning that when we build houses, they must not only just be a house, but they should also be social amenities, meaning that they should be a library, they should be a school, they should be a preschool, they should be places of worship, land available for that. So when we are looking at the new human settlement and the way we deliver, we are building what we would call these mega cities that will incorporate all of these social amenities. Now, obviously, as a department, we do not have the funds to build a school because we are concerned with human settlements and housing. We would basically tap into the other departments so that it's an integrated process. And therefore, our vision is to build integrated human settlements. We've set ourselves a mission so that for the year, the 5-year period, and for a year, we know what we're going to do. So we indicate to the community upfront, this is what we are going to do around presenting our programs, whether it's a title deed program, whether it's a flips program around subsidies that are given for purchasing of homes, whether it's land available, or whether it's a house itself. So these are the different aspects of what we are implementing, and the mission statement speaks to how are we going to go about to do all of this. We'll have to have a good, strong department. There's got to be staff who are skilled, competent, qualified to do the job so that there's no wastage of funds. So the mission actually tells us how we're going to implement our program, and we give a commitment to the Gauteng residents that we will do what we're supposed to do in the ambit of the law. So I think it's important also to speak to that we do not just decide what we want to do as human settlement. We form part of a province, we form part of a country. So a lot of the work that we do and the funding that we get to deliver human settlements actually comes from our national department. So we have 2 grants that the national department will give to us and that we will implement our programs. So just...
Okay. Ne ke batla ho checka hore so far re khona ho follow hore department e presenta kaeng. Remember ke ntse commitment hore motho o tlo presenta o tlo zama hore a bue le ka di language tsa rona hore re khone hore re understandaneng kaofela ska bua language e one. Ke batla ho utlwa hore a ka tswella na re khona ho latella hore ukhuluma athini. Angaqhubeka ngithi aqhubeka akunankinga. Ngicela umuntu oyi-1 aphakamise isandla akhulume because angifuni ukuthi masizofika kuma questions abantu bathi asizwanga babamba hara utlwa babamba utlwile. I just want the process to be fair. Ngicela nje 1 person or 2 ba different languages to say yes, he can proceed angaqhubeka ra utlisisa or sithi re thole o tla buang ka maleme a ka reng a kopanya so. Okay, Emma, is there someone there?
Thank you. Ikamos Busiswa Nhlapo. Chairperson of the day, please continue with the presentation. We are an agitated community because of the challenges that we find ourselves with human settlement. So I think this meeting will degenerate if we don't allow the speaker to continue, so that at least maybe some of the questions that we have are in that particular presentation. Otherwise, this meeting won't go anywhere. Let him present, do everything, and then we'll ask our questions later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I wanted us to be on the same level so that when the time of questions come, people must not say we did not hear, we did not understand. So as we agreed that a department must proceed, it will proceed. Okay. Okay.
No, asifuni kanjalo chair of the day. So I agree no baba ngapha mara aritswele mara aritswele nka kanti
Okay, ke a kgola o fihlile latanyana ntate ne ke hlalositse ha re fihla hore re na le di-interpreter in the whole of Gauteng tse tharo fela, and re bookile unfortunately ba ba re di se di tswile ko di-departmenteng tse ding. Hence ke ile ka re ha ke qala whoever who's going to present must just mix so that at least ha re tswa mo ho be le ntho e re reng re kile ra e thola. But then as we were agreeing, I think u presentile up to where he presented, then we'll get somebody who will just talk to the presentation in more than one language. Ra leboha batho ba baholo.
Hello, dumelang bagolo. Dumelang bagolo. Leina la me ke Edith. Ke ne ke kopa gore di language tsotlhe di bue, more especially re na le
Ema pele ke mang a buang?
go bua Edith Matshelo.
O ko kae? Oh, a ke re ha re starta ne re ile ra re ke parlamente ya Gauteng provincial legislature e tlileng mo. Ha re bua re tlo emisa matsoho o recognize we pele and then re ho allow hore o bue. But what is happening now, re tlo thola motho o tlo zamang hore a hlalose especially things that are affecting us in the West Rand. Ali ke o di bua ka dipuo tse re di buang mo West Rand. Ke a leboha. A ke bone le motho ke buang le. Ke kopa re ska ra drag meeting. Kore when I did this, ne hane ke le dumella ke batla utlwa hore la utlwisisa. Ne ke sa batla hore process e tsamaye e re ha e fihla ko bofelong e be le re hara utlwa. So that is why ke zamile hore without undermining the HOD and the department to say I have committed that I apologize that we don't have interpreters, the system that we normally use. So we'll try that the department must try to speak on languages that we are using in the West Rand, Sexhosa, Sizulu, Setswana, so that at least when we come to a point where we engage, we know what we are engaging of. So that matter has been resolved. Ke kopa hore re tswelleng pele. Ke a leboha.
Tse tswileng tseleng a the o no ntse o bua mare re sa utlwi, so ne re kopa volume nyana hanyane from batho ba rona mona. Le ha ka bua sekgowa ha rena bothata o ba o so entse apology, mara a ska potlaka a nahane hape gona le batho ba nkang sekgowa nako e telele. Jwale a phamise volume mona batho ba kgone go ba utlwe so that ha re bua le lona be re bua nduma ntho e re utlwileng. Ka lebitso ke Mofehle Merafong wa 12.
Okay, Merafong, re utlwile. Ke kopa re thole mic or the roving mic because it looks like this one is very low. HOD, do you think the roving mic will do? Because ke utlwa ka re ya utlwahala hantle.
I think we are ready, Chair. Melibi, or about?
They don't have a problem of the resolution that was taken now, but the problem is they can't hear properly there. So hence I was saying maybe if we can use the roving mic, maybe it's stronger than these ones. Otla raise a voice. Thank you very much. Otla nyolla lentswe he.
Ngizazama bazali because le presentation inamagama amakhulu, some of them ngiyazama ukuthi ngiwalungise kodwa so department isebenza with abantu abathi Auditor-General. Labo bantu labo baya check ukuthi senze izinto ngendlela le efana ngabe senze ngayo, sibhadale abantu efana ngabe sibabhadele, izindlu sizakhile njengoba nje besithembisile. So over the years njoba nje iminyaka isiya njoba nje nani nisazi inkinga zethu bezinkulu, besinama negative or iziphumela zalawo ma studies lawo ezithi thina asenze kahle as department. So Auditor-General as abaphathi, so ngabaphathi be country yonke malunga nondlela esisebenza ngayo. So baye basinikeza improvement from date less for 23-24 sithole improvement ngoba department izinikela ukuthi iziveze zonke incwadi zayo ukuthi zibhekwe zihlolwe. And leyo opinion leyo iye yaqhubeka kaphambili based on imiphumela yaka 22-23. Department iyasebenza kanzima ke ukuthi izama ukuphuculula indlela esebenza ngayo over iminyaka le elandelayo e5. Mikhona ke indlela ezi different ezibekwe ukuthi sizame ukuthi senze show ukuthi umsebenzi wethu uyaphangisa because into engicabanga ukuthi enye into ekhoza ukuthi njengoba nje baba bekasho ukuthi ezinye izinto thina sizaza sizizwa asiziboni. So department izama ukukhulula lezo inkinga lezo ezenza ukuthi singakhona ukusebenza kahle. Indlela esesihambile and ziningi izinto esesizachievile okanye sesizenze kahle over lo nyaka lo esikhuluma ngawo. Ngo 23-24 department ibineyinhlelo zokwenza targets eziyi-48. Kuleyo 48 leyo sizenzile eziyi-28 saziqeda, eziyi-20 zabe singeziqedanga, and then kulezi eziyi-20 ezi4 ukuqedelela kwazo ku between 50 and 99%. Into okusho ukuthi kukhona la sizama khona kodwa side sifike encama kulezi eziyi20. And then ku imali esesisebenzisile ezi department i5,49791 against target emali engu 5,932,824. So sishota ngo 500,000 kuphela ukuthi sibe si achieve le target yethu. And then sinama strategy amaningi ke a different for ukuthi sithi make sure ukuthi siya uthiwa senza njengoba besithembisile. And then siphungule futhi nendlela uAG asibheka ngayo ngoba yena akanandaba ukuthi bekukhona abantu bekungekho, as long as besithe sizokwakha izindlu ezinga kufuneke lezo zindlu ezingasizakhe. Mangabe bengagculisekanga bazasitshela ukuthi anenzi kahle fanele ngabe nihamba la. Kune siqedile i-bulk infrastructure njengoba nje nisazi ama-hostela akhona ala eGauteng yonke ama-hostela amanye aphethwe i-department amanye aphethwe ngomasipala siyenzile yonke inhlelo zokucheck ukuthi banayo na ibulk ephelele so that mangabe sizoqala ukwalungisa la hostel lawo sibe sure ukuthi sizokhona ukuconnect amanzi akhona ukuphuma nesuku ikhona ungena so sizenzile ezi 58 out of 58 hostels kwiGauteng yonke and then siya cleana kulawa ma hostela lawo ngaphakathi nangaphandle constantly. And then izindlu ebesihlele ukuthi sizozakha kulonyaka lo 23-24 lophelayo bezi 6,810 so far sakha more than lezo zindlu lezo go 6,897 and then izindlu ama informal settlements la kukhona khona imikhukhu siyesa relocator abantu besiplane ukuthi sizawususa kunemikhukhu la singazokhona ukwakha izindlu khona so kuleyo mikhukhu le siplane ukuthi labo bantu labo sizabasusa sibafake kulezi ndlu lezi esizakhile kule target ebesinayo bekungu 200 ukuthi ususa abantu ama families awu 200 sesisuse 290 meaning senze more than la 200 besimplenile. And then kula amanye ama projects la kunama informal settlements kufanele sakhe khona sesenzile izifundo zokucheck ukuthi lawo ma projects lawo sizokhona na ukuwa implement kokunye kulawo ama feasibility siya check ukuthi kukhona indawo zokusebenza bangapha abantu abahlala khona nendlela zokuthi ibulk izinto ezizawukhoza ukuthi leyo development ihambe kahle sikucheckile and then out of futhi kulama informal settlements or imikhukhu senze ama upgrading plans ama plan lawo ukuthi mangabe sithi informal settlements asoyimuva kulesi sikhathi nje manje abantu besahleli lapho ziziphi izinto esingabancedisa ngazo ukuthi impilo zabo zingabikho worse off besiplana ukwenza ezu10 sizenzile zo10 ama title deeds abantu abahleli sebehleli ezindlini zabo bangekazitholi i-title deeds sibanikezile ama title deeds ay 2,234 and then kunama plans ngizathi ama integrated development plans okuhlanganisa yonke kube human settlements besiplane ukwenza u10 siwenzile u10 and then imisebenzi eCSI creator kuwo wonke lama projects la besengichaze ngawo kunabantu abayi 1,148 abathole imisebenzi kulama project esiwenzayo kulabo bantu labo ngabantu abangenasi skills ngisho ukuthi akusiya abantu abango bricklayer okanye umuntu esimazi ukuthi show ipainter okanye umuntu okwazi ufaka amawindi ngabantu nje aba unskilled under i program le ethiwa iEPWP. And then abantu abanama skill abo bricklayer ke labo 661 abantu siyesa batholela imisebenzi khona. And then kune project la yokuthuthukisa ama project akudala bafana nabo Bekesdal kanje. Kuleyo project leyo siyesa bheka ukuthi fanele sifake imigwaqo khona silungise imigwaqo silungise nama pipe akhona kokunye ama pipe madala aphukile kuvuza amanzi kuleyo project leyo sesenza ke ama pipes khona neminxumo yokuthi sifake ama pipes amatsha nezinye indlela nama finishes saqeda kuleyo ama project lawo ama targets lawo esiwafakile for loyo nyaka. Kunento ebayinkinga la kubhadalwa khona ama contractor benokukhala ukuthi siwabhadala late labo bantu baqashiwe nabo bangathola imali yabo ngesikhathi so I department yagcizelela ukuthi umsebenzi wethu kufanele sibhadale thina within amalanga ay30 so wonke ama invoice wethu esiwaye wasawa submit or sawa process or sawa khokhela 100% of them so akhokhele within yona leyo 30 days leyo. And then kukhona imihlangano ebakhona phakathi komphathi wethu ongu MEC nama MMC umama lobeke khona la ebakhona leyo mihlangano leyo yokuthatha zona inkinga lezi beke zichaza no MEC achaze yena ukuthi yena kwelakhe side uzokwenza kanjani ukuthi lezi inkinga lezi azibekayo okanye namanye ama MMC akhona la eWest Rand in fact in Gauteng mangabe bebekile izinto zabo sibancedisa kanjani lawo ma meeting leyo ayahlala so that kuzolungiseka zona lezi inkinga lezi ezichazwayo. I want to go to the next slide. Ngifuna ukuchaza ngeinkinga ke esiye sihlangabezane nazo nezixazululo esiye sizisebenzise njengoba nisazi bazali i-department ibhekana nabantu abangabahlali base South Africa kufuneka babe na 18 minimum 18 babe ngabantu abanga 18 so inkinga esihlangabezana naye ngokukhulu la eGauteng is that abantu beza ngaphakathi la bazofuna imisebenzi babe bezi South Africans babe bevumelekile ukuthi bangathola iRDP so because of leyo nkinga leyo siyesihlangabezana nokuthi laba bantu bebeplaniwe 1996 ukuzofikelela naba applyile ngo2022 bonke bakwi database yethu ukuthi sibasize uzothola ukuthi abaka 96 bala eMogale City eKagiso and then iproject se Elijah iMerafong la abantu bakhona bangafana amanamba wakhona kokunye siyakhulumisana nabantu abasemogala ukuthi mangabe kukhona indle ephumayo eLatsha uzovuma na ukusuka khona mangabe umuntu ezothi hayi mina abantu imndeni wami la ngeke ngikhona ukusuka la emogale ngile eMerafong so zize ezinye inkinga ke esisihlangabezane nayo i-backlog yethu yonke in Gauteng abantu ababhalisile angikakakhulumi ngabantu abaqualify abantu ababhalisile bebhalisela wona ama-RDPs na 1.3 million lelo nani lelo liyakhula ngoba abantwana nabo bayakhula babe na 18 meaning nabo bazafaka inamba zabo bazo-apply okunye abantu baphelelwa yimisebenzi bangasakhona ukubhatala irent okanye izinto ziyachange nabo baphinde bafike futhi bazo-apply so leli nani leli le 1.3 million likhula mihla nemihla kusasekuseni kuzobe kusenye inamba futhi and then kukhona ama-township kukhona abantu abasebakhelwa izindlu abangakawathola ama-title deed wabo ingxenye yabantu abakhona la uBerit Fale naseKagiso sinawo ke i-program la sihlangana khona nabo MMC nabo masipala aba different ukuthi basincedise ukuthi basivulele lama lokishi la khona sizokwazi ukwa register kuphi e-deeds office i-deeds office ilaba senza la khona ama-title deeds la siwanikeza abantu and then kukhona imihlaba esithengayo as a department kokunye ayithengwe kudala kokunye imihlaba engaphansi komasipala kokunye kukhona imihlaba la privately owned busho ukuthi i-ownwa ngumuntu ongogovernment nama informal settlements aloke khulu amanye ama informal settlements ngabantu abahlala khona ngabantu base South Africa kokunye akuse abantu base South Africa so kwakhona futhi sinayo lo mhlangano lo bengirefera ukuthi omasipala funeke basincedise or sincedisaneni ukuthi sizama ukuyicontainer or singavumi ukuthi leyo mikhukhu leyo ikhula ngoba mayikhula kuba inkinga ukuthi sixazulule ngesikhathi lesi esifushane kube khona nenkinga ke ze safety ukhuseleka benenkinga zokukhuseleka besisekagiso ngiyacabanga 3-4 months ago sihamba no Primi kukhona isikhalo sibe khona lapha ukuthi kunenkinga nemikhukhu ekhona or eduzane nase hostel la kuba khona inkinga zokungakhuseleki kwabantwana omama nabantu nje bokuhlala in general. And then ukhona ke umsebenzi wethu uhlanganisa ama department or amacandela different, so asisebenzi sodwa funeke sinyanzelekile ukuthi siyosebenza nayo department weindlela, funeke sisebenzile nayo department we health, zonke lama department la funeke futhi sisebenzisene no masipala kwenzela uba I project le mangabe kukhona inkinga sesiyabekisela zamanzi nani libe sendaweni eseduze yokuthi niyochaza ukuthi kukhona inkinga yamanzi ngohlobo nohlobo. Kule number le bengiyibizile phambilini ekhuluma nge 1.3 million yabantu ababhalisile ukuthi balindele izindlu. Bese ngichazile ukuthi kokunye la sesim approve umuntu ukuthi uzoyithola indlu seyiready ukuthi simnikeze isikhiyi ukuthi angene angatholakali. Kuba inkinga leyo ukuthi ngoba isystem seyishile.
Oh, batho ba baholo. Kyakupa. Ha ke qala ke itse this is the precinct of the legislature. We need to respect each other. Refine chance, even if motho o bua ntho e leng hore you don't agree with it, but just bear with us. Give the person the respect so that they can do the presentation and finish. You will have time where you are going to make inputs, where the legislature, the portfolio committee will record those and will report to the legislature, and then the department will have to respond to those questions. So let's respect each other. This is the precinct of the legislature. Kyakopa batho ba baholo. Thank you.
Kunento ethi kuleyo number le yabantu aba approved abangatholakali sisicela ukuthi njalo nishiya ama details wena so that nizokhona ukutholakala mangabe kukhona ushintsho la uhlala khona usihlala kwenye address ushiya address yakho kukhona futhi ne system I department ese national ke manje eyifakile enzela ukuthi umuntu mangabe registered akhona ungena online a check ukuthi status sakhe simenjani iHSS online angazi check ukuthi mhlambe ngizoyibhala kuphi so that nizoyibona uyakwazi ungena kuleyo website leyo ufake ID yakho ucheck ukuthi status sakho simenjani. Siyahlangabezana nama contractors silelayo or ama developer angasebenzi ngalendlela kufanele ngabe sisebenza ngayo. uMEC ke ubize imihlangano nabo already seke meeting yokuqala ukuthola ukuthi inkinga zabo yini sibancedisa kanjani. Labo abangafuna ukuncedeka okanye abangancedeki siyaba terminator kwenzela ba umuntu olandelayo nawo amandla nekhono lokusebenza angena sebenza siza ukuthi siqede kwakhe izindlu. Sinama kunezinto bathi zile plan nama drawing ashoyo ukuthi izindlu zizabe zime kanjani. Eziye zisilele nazo ukuthi sithole ukuthi zi-approve ngoba mazinga approve ngasikhona ukusebenza. Bese ngichazile ukuthi sesithole ama MMC no MEC kulama meeting leyo kuyakhulunywa kuxazulule lezo inkinga la kungakhonakala ukuthi izinto zilungiseke siyalungiswa la kufuneke thina as a department kufuneke sibuyele emuva siyolungisa information okanye izinto esizifakile sizisubmitile bayasinikeza ichance sibuye ke sisubmit. Sibenayo inkinga la siya advertise ngithi for imisebenzi for ama tender for ama contractor okanye ama engineer okanye abantu abangama architect. Siye sabanawo ke lawo amacandelo I'm sure mphathi siyenzile kwaje kwakabini. for ukuthi sithole abantu abangama-contractor bazokwakha. I-process ende ukuthola ama-contractor ngoba funeke sithole ukuthi umuntu uyakhokhela i-tax yakhe, unalo leli khono lelo, uyasibonisa ukuthi yiziphi i-projects asezenzile ngaphambilini, nasebhankini ume kahle khona ukuze mangabe sesimthathile esebenza singabi nazo inkinga zokuhlangabezana nalezo zinto lezo. So kukulandelela ke umphathi wethu weimali nguyena umuntu ophethe lelo candelo lelo, uyalandelela ukuthi aqinisekise ukuthi sithola ama-contractor azokhona ukusebenza enze wona lo msebenzi esiwufunayo. Kwenye ama-projects affectwa ngathini aphazamiswa ngama-community protest okanye kunye kukhona lama-business forums abakhona i-projects zime ngoba kukhona la kungavanwanga khona. Nalapho ama-MMC ke adlala indima enkulu ukuthi asincede ukuthi sikhona ukufikelele emphakathini, bazi side lethu ukuthi thina sikhala ngani, nama-business forums asho ukuthi nawo akhala ngani, sibone ukuthi kuphi la singahlangabezana khona. Kukhona ama-project esiyesiwenze sisithi sizama ukuhlangabezana nomphakathi. Ngizabekisela i-project ngokomthetho funeka ibe ibulk iphelele, konke ama-plan akhona aphelele, i-township ivuliwe. But mase sibona ukuthi kunesimo esibucayi okanye isimo esingagculisi kahle emphakathini, sesizama ukuthi sikhalezise ezinye ezimalunga namaphepha zilandele. Kukhona ke eziminimum efuneke sibe siyazenza, ezinye zingakhabe zihamba whilst projects ezisakhiwe. Kokunye ke sihlangabezana nenkinga sekufuneke kukhusha ama-title deed, abantu sebehlele ezindlini ama-title deed awaphumi. Zizo ke lezo inkinga esihlangabezane nazo, kodwa ke siyazama ukuthi sithole indlela zokukhawulezisa lelo hlelo lelo. Kunama-project la esiye sashiya khona ezi-department singaqedelelanga. I think eziningi ezila e-West Rand bekuyikahiso project la besishiye khona, hayi ukuthi besishiya ngokuthanda kodwa ke i-contractor sesafaka ama-contractors abamathathu angakhona ukusinceda ukuthi siqedelele leyo project. Across iGauteng umphathi wethu uye wabona ukuthi masikhangele sihambe siyofuna wonke lama-project lawo siwabheke ukuthi yini ekufuneke siyenzile, siqala kuphi, yini ekufuneke siyilungisile. Ukahiso lo bengimusho bekuwu-phase 1 nezinye ki-projects ezise-Johannesburg, ezisekuruleni naseTshwane. Kodwa ke siyiqedile yona ikahiso. Manje sizongena ku-phase elandelayo la sizobheka ukuthi khona izitends la engakhiwanga khona, si-check ukuthi lo mnikazi we-stand uyaqualifya na for i-subsidy. Mangabe qualifya sizafaka ama-contractor ahamba yoqedelela kulawo ama-projects lawo. Yeah. Thank you.
HOD, are they done?
Yes, we are done, Chair. We will do the English version of the
Okay.
executive summary. Brenham?
Bantu abadala, the reason why we did not bring other regions, we wanted to focus only on things that are affecting us in the West Rand. I'm from the West Rand myself. So we're gonna get somebody. I heard that there's somebody who was saying they don't understand the language that was just been spoken. So we'll get somebody to do the English version. You'll bear with us, it might take a little bit long because we don't have interpreters. So we'll hand over to somebody who's going to do it in the English and Afrikaans version if possible. Thank you very much. But focusing, remember the annual report covers the whole of the province. So Rona, we're interested in what is affecting us as the West Rand HOD. If you can focus on that, we can be very happy. I hand over to you. Whilst we are still waiting, I tried to check because normally before the annual report is tabled or presented to the community, there is some kind of training that was done before today. So I was told that there were about 100 people that were trained at the legislature, maybe just to check whether do we have those people in our meeting. And we also acknowledge that there are those who are walking in who did not get the training, just to get a sense, the 100 people that were trained, are they here? Bane ba trainilwe ko legislature, bankilwe ka dikhumbi, ba ilo trainwa ke mme Refilwe, a re preparela letsatsi la kajeko. Ba teng na mo meeting. Emisa matsogo ke bo. Okay, Ralebo. Thank you very much. I just wanted to check that.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Back to the English version for those at the back who wants an English translation. The department has achieved an unqualified audit opinion on the vote from the Auditor-General. That means they've looked at our finances, they've looked at our service delivery, and they've come up with a conclusion that we are implementing and we are spending monies according to the way we should. So that is basically an external audit that is done by the Auditor-General to see that whatever monies has been given to us by national government, that we are using it for the intended purpose and we are using it for human settlements, so to speak. The department has been working tirelessly to improve its performance over the MTF years. When we compare the previous years, you will see the department is constantly increasing year on year in both its delivery and its expenditure. It has implemented different measures to ensure that it tracks performance. We're also looking at if there are any challenges that are faced and that we can be able to address them accordingly. Some of those, for instance, today we are meeting with you here. We would also hear what you would say around some of the delivery. We go back and do planning to ensure that we are implementing our programs according to what is expected. Although the department has a long way to improve its performance, there's been lots of strides that have been made to improve as per the previous years. So we set ourselves 48 targets, what we call is an annual performance plan. It's our strategic plan. In it, we set ourselves 48 targets. These are high-level targets. For instance, it will measure the number of houses built, the number of informal settlements upgraded, the number of title deeds issued. So we set a lot of these targets, and out of them in the plan, we had about 48 of those which we set out to implement. And out of that, we've achieved over 58% of the targets have been fully achieved. So where we do not achieve the targets, some of them will continue in the next financial year until we ensure that those targets are achieved accordingly. Around the budgets, we spend 92.8% of our total budget. We had a budget of 5.9 billion for human settlements. We spent 5.4 billion on the provision of human settlements to Gauteng communities. There were various intervention plans that we did according to our annual performance plan, and we've met our targets accordingly. We also wanted to do a full assessment of all 58 hostels that are in the province. You'd know that the department owns 6 of them, which we upgrade and see that we maintain them on a day-to-day basis. But what we did is to also help the municipalities. We went across Gauteng and looked at all 58 hostels, and we found out exactly what needs to be done, whether it's painting, repairing of roofs, upgrading from a security point of view, from a cleaning service point of view. So we've done the full assessment of it. We're working together with municipalities to see to that all those hostels are improved as we go along. Around the number of houses, breaking new ground houses that we completed, we set our target at 6,810. We achieved 6,897. So we overachieved by 87 additional houses that were built in the financial year. So there's over 6,000 houses. So if you look at the amount of budgets we have, it'll set us around about 6,000 houses per year. Over a 5-year, we are just around about 30,000 houses that we need to build. So we also looked at some of the informal settlement projects that we need to look at, where we have been upgrading them. So those are the figures that we have indicated. We overachieved by 90 in that particular target. We also have to conduct a lot of feasibility studies to see that where we are going to put a human settlement, we can do it. We'll have to have a look and see, is it in a mining area? Are there sinkholes? Is there anything that is going to affect human settlements? We basically do that assessment to ensure that wherever we build these houses, that it can stand for a number of years. Regarding the title deeds, we issued over 2,234 title deeds to our community members who were part of that particular project. With all our projects, we also have to create jobs. So these are infrastructure jobs. Those that are working in construction. We had over 1,148 job opportunities through the EPWP program, the Expanded Public Works Program, and we calculate skilled labor and unskilled labor. So those are the targets that we achieved, around 661 jobs created in the skilled category. Regarding our urban renewal projects, there's a lot of work that was done in the previous financial year regarding the earthworks, the number of kilometers of earthworks that we've done, installing pipes, trenches, bedding finishes. A lot of the work you'll see that Human Settlement is doing is preparing to build houses. So some of these you don't see it. It's work that's done underground so that we can have connectivity for water, sewer, etc. I think what's important to indicate that where we have service providers, we ensure that we pay service providers within 30 days. So all those who are doing business with government, whether you're a developer or a contractor, tiler, plumber, etc., we ensure that as a department that all service providers are paid within 30 days. And to that, 100% of all invoices we paid within the 30-day period. What we also want to indicate that we are always improving our IGR process, our intergovernmental relations. With regard to human settlements, there's national that is involved, there's local that is involved, and provincial government. So we want to see that we have a good relationship between the municipalities, and to that end, the MEC meets with the MMCs, the HODs meet with the executive directors of the municipalities. We looked at joint projects, we looked at how we can help one another, so that at the end of the day, a community member will get a service from government, irrespective from which sphere of government. So I think it's very important for us to work together as the different spheres of government, and we've been having a lot of that engagement over the year. If we go on to some of the challenges that we are facing, we are indicating that there's over 1.3 million backlog in houses in Gauteng. You know that we've got over 12 million people in the province itself. So there's a lot of demand for houses. It's quite a big number. And you could just see the number that we are building per year, around 6,000. It's going to take us a long time to achieve the backlogs. But we're also indicating that we also are aware of some of the problems and the challenges we have, why we're not meeting these targets. And we know there's a rapid urbanization. A lot of people migrate to Gauteng, whether it's from KZN, from Limpopo, etc. There's also in-migration from our neighboring countries that are coming into the country as well. So we've got to balance that and ensure that we look after the people within our country and to see that we prioritize the needs of South Africans. Around the issues on unproclaimed or unregistered townships, in order to give out title deeds, there are certain rules and regulations that the department needs to follow. A lot of these are done at the municipality where plans need to be approved, etc. So as province, we want to work very close with municipalities so that when a developer or a contractor goes to the municipality to have a housing plan approved, we know that we will be able to work together and that there will be no challenges between the different spheres of government. We must indicate that we're working very well with the Gauteng municipalities, and we have meetings on a regular basis so that wherever there are challenges, we can be able to address them immediately and not wait for long periods of time. We also we have a lot of issues where we have land invasions, we have mushrooming of informal settlement, people want to settle in Gauteng. So a lot of that is also putting a lot of pressure in the budgets we have. So instead of building new houses for our people, we have an issue where we need to deal with also the influx of informal settlements due to various reasons. So our dependency on other spheres of government, we picked that up sometime, it can be a problem, but we are saying that with good communication, we can be able to address those. We also find that some of our big projects, our mega projects, we will have poor or slow delivery from contractors or builders on site. They could have cash flow problems. They may not have enough funds to complete the projects. You often hear the Premier is busy dealing with all projects that are incomplete or unblocked in the province. Every Sunday, they are going to visit all these projects to find out what is the problem and how can we unblock some of those projects that have started many years ago, and when you drive past, you'd see some of those houses are incomplete. So where we have problems around contractors or the developers, the department is meeting with them. We've had already a session with all the developers and contractors in the province with the MEC, and we're now having a 6-monthly follow-up meeting to ensure that if there are challenges that they are facing, we can help as government, because this work is outsourced to the experts to build these houses. So wherever there are delays in any of these plans, we're making sure as a department, we are not saying that it's a developer's problem or a contractor's problem. As a department, we want to make sure that we intervene so that we can have a smooth process of delivering human settlements. So there are also sometimes there are community protests, or there are business forums, or within the wards there are challenges. We try to work very close with the ward councillors there. I believe some of the ward councillors are here and MMCs are here as well. So we work very close to see where are the issues, where are the problems, and how can we work together as government. So we'd like to see ourselves as being one government and not 3 spheres of government. There are certain things that we need to do as a department over and above what our mandate is, so we need to find ourselves assisting. For instance, there might be a disaster, it could be a flood, it could be fire that destroys informal settlements. We need to be able to have funds so that we can deal with some of those eventualities that happen unannounced, and so that we cannot say that we cannot help our people because our budgets are tied up. So a lot of these programs, we're working with the national government of human settlements, so when there are disasters that happen, we can be able to quickly help our people so that they're not in stress. So I spoke about the last point around where there are projects that are incomplete. We are prioritizing those. So instead of us starting a new development, we want to see that all development that has already been there on the ground that are incomplete, that we will complete them accordingly. So those are the main, some of the problems we've had in the past year. Some of them we have addressed, some of them we are addressing on a continuous basis. So when we come back to the community to present this year's annual report, we'll be able to say that we have reached a lot of milestones in being able to achieve what we need to do. Thank you very much. I'll pause here.
Thank you very much, Department, for that presentation. We are now at a point where our stakeholders are going to make inputs, and then those inputs will be incorporated into our report that will be tabled to the legislature. So maybe just to say upfront, go na le batho ba ko Montrose.
GPF has to present first.
Okay, all right, but GPF tshwanetse tlo presenta pele. Batho ba ko Montrose, last week, is there any leader that met with us last week? But then the leaders said they kopane last week. Okay. Angithi sivumelene ukuthi we're going to submit your questions and concerns to the municipality and the department and GPF. Bakhona namhlanje bazo present. But I'm going to request that because we have a meeting on Monday. The MEC will be back from Egypt. The department, we have submitted the questions, including the questions of the honorable members that were there in the meeting. We have also requested the municipality to also come and give us feedback on the loan that they have applied. Remember, they talked about DBSA and so many other things. So ngizocela ukuthi i-issues zase Mentros sis isolate because we are meeting on Monday at 10 with sivumelene meeting ini. We are meeting on Monday at 10 kwaMasipala council chamber with the leaders and the MEC. Sizothola impendulo nathi sisazilindile. So bengithi nje ngicacise lokho so that by the time senza ilena ama inputs and sicela ama clarity and so on, you must know that your issues are with the committee and we will make sure that what we have committed on we deliver. Thank you very much, HOD. The GPF can present.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning once again. Sanbonani Ikamala Mulindiwe Kwele, I'm the Chief Executive Officer yase Gauteng Partnership Fund. For labo abangazi ukuthi senzani, we are the entity efola within the Department of Human Settlement. Umsebenzi wethu ke ukuthi we are a project lending institution, a developmental finance institution where si raise ama funds kwi private sector ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sifande ama developers investor kwi student accommodation, kwi social housing as well as kwi social housing as well as student accommodation and then the affordable rental housing. Over and above that, we senze umsebenzi esiunikwa shareholder yetu, the Department of Human Settlement, where si implement ama project on their behalf, like ama mega projects, also the upgrade of informal settlement, senze ama reblocking lapho. Currently nje kune project esiyiqhayisa kakhulu ngayo alternative sewer as part of the work esiwenzayo on behalf of the department, even nama 10 key projects on behalf of our department as well. So, Chairperson, with your permission, I think kubalulekile ukuthi sonke siyazi ukuthi manje sesi 7 administration, GPF ke yayi establish ngo 2002. I think this year sizobe sesina 24 years or 23 years of our existence. And kubalulekile ukuthi njoba sizopresenta i-annual report si indicate ukuthi kulo 5 years kuze kube namhlanje sithole sikuphi njenge GPF. Kuyintokozo enkulu kumina Chair ukuthi si indicate ukuthi sisivala kwi 6th administration last year unyaka ka 23-24 si GPF si performe ngendlela esingakaze siperforme ngayo since sa establishwa. If ubuka ngo 2019-2020 kulo 5 years we 6th administration sasivale ngo 69.7% of our annual performance. Kunyaka we COVID eswazi sonke who affected all of us savala gabi ngoba vele industry ay affecteke kakhulu kwakwi construction sector and nathi ke si GPF we were not spared ngaleso sikhathi, so asenzanga kahle kakhulu. And then si GPF we had to find ourselves ukuthi sisebenzisana nozakwethu as part of the recovery yale sector yethu ye construction, sisebenza nama developers sayithola futhi abantu bengakhoni ukuthi bakhokhe imali lezi esibaboleke zona, amanye ama project angakwazi ukuthi aphele aqedelwe because of ama impact yalesi sifo esas affecta sonke in the country. Then go 22 financial year sa recover kancane si GPF, we were at 66.7% of our performance. Go 22-23 financial year savala at 74.1%. Now manje sesivala kwi 6th administration njoba ngisho ukuthi and it has been the highest annual performance to date, Chair, since our inception. Sivale unyaka at 81.2%. So siyayiqhenya kakhulu ngomsebenzi wenzayo, acknowledging ukuthi so much can still be done and siyaqhubeka sipusha ukuze konke lokho kwenzeke. Njoba ngishilo ukuthi when we established initially sasi establish ukuthi si focus kwi social housing. Over the years sa evolve as a GPF, sase senza affordable rental, sase add ne student accommodation, then nama mega projects lawe siwenzayo njengoba desengishilo kanye ne upgrade ye informal settlement on behalf of department. And again, njoba kade shilo uzakwethu earlier on ukuthi njalo ke before unyaka uphele ke kufike ke uAuditor-General ezohlola imisebenzi esiyenzayo nokuthi indlela imali siyiphatha ngendlela efanelekile nanokuthi lezi zinto esireportayo ukuthi si-achieve ngempela na. Then ke njenge entity ye department uAuditor-General again si GPF si receive unqualified audit opinion, and ke since saba khona ke njalo sithale sithola either a clean audit or unqualified audit. So siyajabula kakhulu ke ngalokho njoba sengishilo ke sihlalo ukuthi i-highlight enkulu si GPF ukuthi nje i-performance yethu sisebenze kakhulu kodwa njoba ngisho ukuthi kuningi sisanga kwenza and simisela ukuthi lokho kuzoqhubeka kwenzeke. So i-overall annual performance yethu njoba sengishilo was at 81.2% with 18.1 targets that was not achieved. Njoba sengishilo che ukuthi this was an overall improvement ka 7.1% compared to unyaka odlulile njoba ngonyaka odlulile kade ngishilo ukuthi sas achieve u74.1%. Then uma siya kwi performance information, because ngiyazi ukuthi abadala bafuna ukwazi ukuthi how does it affect their day-to-day lives nje. So njoba ngishilo ukuthi improve ngo 7.1%, sase siya overachieve kuma target adila ne rental housing unit. I target yethu yonyaka kwaku 746 ukudeliver ama rental housing unit. Si Gauteng Partnership Fund we were able ukuthi deliver ama housing unit aw 776 unit adeliviwe ngonyaka lo esiphuma kuyo. Ne student accommodation kwakumele sideliver imbhede engu 348. I target yethu kwaku 348. Thina si Gauteng Partnership Fund we were able ukuthi siqede imibhede ewu 360. Then ama housing unit adeliviwe njoba sishilo ukuthi target yethu was exceeded. Then ama services sites that were completed ayibe 1602. Then njoba ngishile ekuqaleni ukuthi omunye umsebenzi esiwenzayo njenge Gauteng Partnership Fund ukuthi sisebenzisane ne private sector to raise imali esizokwazi ukuthi sifande siboleke ama developers azokwenza student accommodation or rental affordable housing ne social housing working with social housing regulatory authority. So sikwazile ukuthi si raise u250 million kwi market. So indlela ke sisebenza ngayo si Gauteng Partnership Fund, we always assume I role yokuba I junior funder. Ngoba thina indlela esiboleke sangayo ngezimali sibolekisa as a concessionary funder, assume I role yokuba I junior funder, then aba ozakwethu kwi private sector abakuma developmental finance institution as well bayeza kuthina bezoba ama senior funder. So if abantu esibaboleka imali bengakhokhi sekuraiswa imali yokuqala nje ekhokhelwayo iya kuma senior funder, then thina sicwile kanjalo si Gauteng Partnership Fund. So kubalekile ukuthi abantu abenza umsebenzi nathi ba understand ukuthi uma bengasikhokheli babulala ibhizinisi, babulala nokuthi singakwazi ukusiza abanye abantu abazofika bezofuna lolu sizo ebesibanike lona. So njoba ngisho ukuthi into ebalekile ukuthi ke njenge organization driver I transformation kubalekile ukuthi even nama SMMEs that we work with ukuthi sibakhokhele ngesikhathi singababulala osomabhizinisi abancane. Kuyintokozo kumina ke ukusho ukuthi abantu esebenzisana nabo njalo sibakhokhela between 15 and 30 days. Asikaze nje siphuthe lapho. And ke into ebalekile for us ukuthi sikwazi ukudeliver lezi zinto kade ngindivezela zona, kubalekile ukuthi sibe namasosha azokwazi ukugijima enze umsebenzi. Sikwazile ukuthi si recruit u 90% recruitment rate esikwazi ukuachieve last year. And ke njoba nazi ukuthi nikhokha intela niumphakathi niyafuna ukwazi ukuthi sibamba kanjani imali sidila kanjani imali siyi-Gauteng Partnership Fund kuyintokozo kakhulu kimi ukusho ukuthi u-Auditor-General njoba kade si-auditor akatholanga lutho kuthina olukhombisa ukuthi mhlambe simosha imali sachitha imali akukho nje okubi akutholile siyi-GPF so siyayiqhayisa ngalokho and sizoqhubeka siyimisela ukuthi sisebenze kanjalo nanokuthi ke uma kukhona mhlawumbe abaqhushukile bangenza kahle sinenkomiti lapha eGPF ebizwa nge-Loss Control Committee edila nazo zonke izinto ezingahambisani ngomthetho lo ogada umsebenzi esiwenzayo esiubiza ngePublic Finance Management Act and konke lokho kufakelwa iso ilelo komiti bese siyareporta kona uma kukhona okubo kwenzekile siyakwazi ukuthi ke nathi sifake siqondise igwegwe o sigcine siya nase treasury siyocela unxephezelo so kuyintokozo kumina ukuthi even nalokho akwenzekanga si-Gauteng Partnership Fund so with your permission chair just at a high level to also give a summary yazo lezi lama targets ke esikwazile ukuthi siwa achieve kunama output indicators njengoba deshilo uza kwethu ukuthi kufike kube nama indicator esireporta kuwo ngama quarter and then bese siyawahlanganisa wonke ukuze aveze ukuthi unyaka wonke siperforme kanjani ke njengoba ngishilo ukuthi one of irresponsibilities esiyenzayo ukuraise imali itarget yethu ke for 23-24 kwaku-raise ke lo 250 million and njengoba ngishilo ukuthi kuyintokozo ukuthi sikwazile ukuthi sihlangane with ama partners ethu uSouth African Home Loans esikwazile ukuthi siraise lo 250 million nabo sakwazi ukuyithola leyo ukuthi si achieve leyo target then the management fee ngishile eqaleni ukuthi iGauteng Partnership Fund u-shareholder wethu i-department inekusinika imisebenzi ukuthi kumele si-execute on their behalf and then uma sesiyenzile lo msebenzi ngoba phela thina siyi-Gauteng Partnership Fund asitholi imali esikhwameni seprovince yonke imali esiyitholayo si-charger umsebenzi esiwunikwayo sikwazi uku-charger sithole i-management fee or sithole i-interest income kulabantu akade beboleka imali kuthina so wonke imisebenzi esiyitholayo siyareporta against yona ukuthi nayi management fee esicabanga ukuthi sizoyithola kulonyaka esisuke sisebenza kuwo itarget ke ebesiyibekile siyi-Gauteng Partnership Fund nozakwe neboard yethu kanye nayi shareholder kwaku 32 million and sikwazile ukuthi si-achieve size seqise kuyona sathola 32.2 million then ke nemali bekumele si-disperse kuma student accommodation i-target yayibekiwe kwaku 35 million kodwa sikwazile ukuthi sifike ku 50.7 million okuwukuthi ke si-exceedile leyo target ngikhulumile ke ngama rental unit ukuthi uma sesibolekise ngalezo zimali lawo ma developer kumele adeliver ku rental stock adeliver ku student accommodation adeliver nakuma social housing so kwi rental units are completed ku 23-24 besitha itarget yethu kwaku 348 sikwazile ukuthi si-achieve u360 then nembhede ebekumele iqedelelwe beku 746 sakwazi ukuthi si-exceed sa-achieve u776 then ke nemali okumele ukuthi ikhishwe based on lama programs engishilo ukuthi siwenza on behalf of the department was 80% sakwazi ukuthi simithe leyo target and then njoba ngisho ukuthi even iprovince iyonkana kubalekile ukuthi sonke sigunyaziwe ukuthi kuumthetho indlela esisebenza ngayo kumele njalo sikwazi ukuxhasa osomabhizinisi abantu besifazane babaleke kakhulu iyouth ibaleke kakhulu nabantu abakhubazekileyo kumele sikwazi ukuba consider uma sinika amathuba kungabi khona umuntu ovaleleka ngaphandle so si-GPF i-target yonyaka beku 30% obekumele sikhombisa ukuthi yonke imisebenzi esiyenzayo u30% wayo siunika abantu besifazane nentsha kanye nabantu abakhubazekileyo sikwazile ukuthi si-exceed le target ukuthi si-target abantu ama developers ukuthi nawo ngisho sebenza akwazi ukuthi asize abantu on the ground for i-procurement ukuthi nabo ba-procure locally basebenzisa abantu bakule ndawo basuke bedevelopa kuwo ukuze wonke umuntu athuthuke and njengoba nibona ukuthi bese i-target yethu was 30% kodwa sikwazile ukuthi sithole si-achieve u-57.75%. Then ke i-rent value yama-loans bekumele siwa-disperse on the i-rental housing ileyo ke chairperson esihlulekile ukuthi siyenze ngenxa yokuthi ama-pipeline project yethu njoba wazi chair ukuthi last year i-board sibe ne-board entsha ama-board of trustees and then for ama-trustees ukuze akwazi ukuthola full delegation kumele athole i-letter of authority from the master's office. Siyazi ke sizwile indabeni last year there was a delay, there were a lot of deficiencies in the master's office until bathole leyo ncwadi they could not approve anything nge-GPF. Instead nje kwawukuthi nje bakhona just to preserve i-trust. So some ama-delays enzeka ke but ke bagcina beyitholile i-authority ukuze bakwazi ukuthi ba-execute their fiduciary duties effectively. Then sase siyakwazi ukuthi sigijime njengoba sikwazile ukugijima size sivala unyaka at 81.2%. Nama-loans ke okumele acollectwe nathi i-economy affecte yonke bonke abantu. We have seen even nama-developers ayazama abanye ukukhokha but abanye bayahluleka because of ama-condition e-economy esiwaziyo sonke si-affectekile but nabo ba-affectekile kodwa lokho akusho ukuthi abantu banga-honori ama-loan agreements abanawo nathi. So i-target yethu chair was 85%, sihluleke nje ngo-2% ukuthi simithe le target sagcina sivala unyaka at 83%. But ke siyaqhubeka siyahlala phansi nabo siyahamba siyobuka i-statement zabo nama-bank account ukumake sure ukuthi ba-prioritize ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi ba-repay lama-loans ngoba phela akuyona i-grant le i-loan njengoba usuke na uthola i-loan e-bank kuzomele uyikhokhe njengoba kwenzeka yonke indawo. Then ke si-GPF njengoba ngishilo chair ukuthi as much as sijabula ukuthi sifikile ku-81 ekugcineni kumele sikwazi ukuthi si-close nale gap encane ke ka-7% or 8.5% ukumake sure ukuthi siya-close. Into ebalulekile ke soyenza kulama-targets esingakwazanga ukwamitha ukuthi onke ama-projects kube ne-project readiness si-accelerate lokho nanokuthi ama-targets at mid-year because sonke siyanikwa ithuba at mid-year to adjust to make sure ukuthi we factor in onke ama-external factors or extenuating circumstances lawa are beyond our control ukumake sure ukuthi that adjustment yenzeka. Then ke into enkulu e-affect i-GPF eyi-risk kunawo wonke ama-risk esidila nawo sihlalo indaba yama-non-performing loans. Ngichazile ekuqaleni ukuthi one of umsebenzi omkhulu esiwenzayo ukubolekisana ngezimali. So abantu esibabolekisa imali ukuthi bakhe lama project uma sebehluleka siyahluleka nathi ukuthi siphinde siboleka abanye abantu. So kubalekile ukuthi sibe aggressive ukuthi siphesiwe abantu abasikweletayo ukuze sithole imali so that sizokwazi ukuphinde sisiza abanye abantu abazofuna usizo e-Gauteng Partnership Fund. I think sengichazile ukuthi into ebalekile ukuthi manje sinayo organization sinayo i-board a fully fledged board abane letters of authority and then also nama-loans ke lawo esidila nawo njengoba ngishilo ukuthi kune program esidrivayo ye-asset disposal ukumake sure ukuthi sidila nama-non-performing loans. Last year nizwile kwezokuxhumana kukhulunywa ngendaba yama-irregularities of ama-projects ama-loans esasinike amanye ama-developers sakwazi ukuthi sidile nayo lento sakwazi nokucacisa emphakathini ukuthi lezo zimali esasiyikhiphile yonke imali eyayibolekiswe i-GPF yasetshenziswa for what it was intended for and even the investigation yakonfirma lokho. So ayikho imali eyasetshenziswa ezinye izinto outside what it was intended for. And then ke within njengoba ngisishilo ukuthi i-Gauteng Partnership Fund at the moment it is a trust. So kubalekile ukuthi kube ne-trustee esirepresentayo on kwa-SARS for compliance matters. Konke lokho sekwenzekile ke esihlalo njengoba sengichazile ngathi ngivula ngishilo ukuthi sitholi unqualified audit report. And then sinayo ne organizational risk management framework because umsebenzi esiwenzayo kumele njalo sihlale sine finger on the pulse sibone ama risk sikwazi kwa mitigate accordingly. And then ke into ebalekile sinayo ne shareholder compact e regulator umsebenzi wethu between thina no shareholder or department and na siyahlala nasema meetingini siyamita si report on a quarterly basis chair. And then ne trust deed khona guide wonke umsebenzi esiwenzayo kwi human resources njoba ngishilo ukuthi sikwazile ukuthi si achieve ama vacancies abebaleke critical sikwazile ukwafila. And then there is an employee value proposition elonchiwe and it forms part of our talent attraction and retention strategy lapha eGPF. Usina succession planning framework elonchiwe as well. Saba ne staff employee recognition award ngoba kubalekile ukuthi beyond just financial recognition abantu imisebenzi abayenzayo njengoba abantu bekhandle kangaka abasebenza kangaka kubalekile ukuthi sikwazi ukurecognize labo who go above and beyond and isikwenzile lokho si organization. And then onke ama managers no supervisor abatrainiwe on labor relations training kwa implementwa everything chair. And then into ebalekile ama executives sine partnership with the National School of Government esiza even nama executive azo acquire ma critical skills prepare staff ukuthi ba advance to other managerial position. One of the things esaqhubeka siyenza a work in progress the issue of change management. You can never achieve this in a go, but it is an ongoing issue and we continue to do that. On the performance PFMA compliance report chair ngishilo ukuthi nekuyintokozo ukusho ukuthi asibanga na any irregular expenditure, but njoba wazi chair ukuthi the prior years until we get a full condonation lapha Gauteng treasury, provincial treasury, that must still be reported against. So until we are fully condoned, we will always report on this matter, which now irregular expenditure yale yamnyaka esiphuma kuyo, it's quite historic. Akubanga khona any irregular expenditure kulo nyaka esiphuma kuona, but because of those historical issues, until it is fully condoned, we will always report against it, which is 43.9 million. And then Auditor-General of AGA of South Africa, lo Auditor-General obus auditile sisazoqhubeka ukusebenzisa bona as our external auditors. And then provision of doubtful debts increasile 265,799,906 compared to unyaka odlu wango 22-23 chair. And then in terms of our contingent liabilities, we annual financial statements as provided for contingent liability to the value of 8.5 million plus interest and cost. Kuyintokozo kakhulu ukusho ke che ukuthi le contingent liability case igcina ihlalile court and the court yarula in favor of GPF. On the 5th of July, judgment was granted in our favor, and then the amount of Melukoko Arcane Capital is 7.1 to GPF. So le counterclaim ababeyifakile ka 8.5 against Tina, it therefore falls away. And then manje bazama ukuthi ba negotiate ama terms of payment, but it's in a court judgment in our favor, and so that contingent liability falls away. Njoba che wazi ukuthi ene business model ye GPF, GPF ayithola imali kwa treasury, so lezi imali esizibeka kuma reserve account yethu kubalekile ukuthi njalo sihlale siapplyela treasury ukuthi si retain leyo mali. Siyenzile application ukretain this 427 million as our surplus fund from provincial treasury, and then sisalinde ukuthi bay approve ke chair. I think sengichazile ngalokho earlier on. If unemibuzo ke sizothatha imibuzo. Siyabonga and sibonge ne team yase GPF eqhubekayo yenze umsebenzi oncomekayo. Sibonge ne portfolio committee that keeps us honest ne support esitholayo kwi department. Siyabonga chair. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much GPF for that presentation, and the department's presentation. I think as a committee, we note both presentations, and we also want to also acknowledge the report that we received from the AG yesterday. I don't see, when it comes to the AG's report, I don't see any discrepancy between what the department has presented to us and what the AG briefed us about yesterday. So before I can allow inputs from the community, I just have one question, and then I will allow other honorable members also to ask questions of clarity and so on. I just want to know the role of GPF in the following projects: Montrose, Elijah Bagai in Merafong, Western Mega Project, Dentlome, Afri Village, and Western Area Borwa. Because it looks like there is some kind of confusion between the responsibilities and oversight role of the department when it comes to these projects. I've selected only these projects because we are mainly in the West Rand, and most of the mega projects are in the West Rand and CDB. But I'm just going to focus on the ones Zamo West Rand. Ke a leboga. Member Shirota?
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson. Citizens of Mkhali, we are now going to have a process where we allow you to ask questions.
You don't have a question.
Sorry? So, are there any questions from anyone on any of the issues that are raised? We're here to serve the community. We want to hear from you. If there are questions, please raise your hand. And perhaps if you can come forward to the right, to my right, so that we know who you are. If you can please give your name and ensure that we've got details of who you are. And we are recording this so we can follow up and serve your interests. If you please give your name.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Sipolion Kopani from Mkhale, Hot 39. My question is going to be to GDP.
Member Ali, we'll give you an opportunity. We forgot to give you when the honorable members want. I don't want you to queue. You can just get the mic and then before the public comes in. I'm sorry just to jump in because I saw going to Member Ali, ki member ya rona ya legislature ba whole. Abuti ke kopa hore re mo fe pele ne so that ha lona le tlo bua re le fe chance le bu re utlo re di inputs tsa hae ke eng. Thank you. Back to you, Member Shirati.
Thank you so much. Dumelang bagolo. Le kae? Re teng, ke a leboga Chair, and I apologize Butwamine angeke ngibe mude. My question is to the department, and thank you so much for the presentation. In the prep session that you had, some of the community members, you had mentioned hore there's 177 million rand that was unspent in the mega projects grants. So baholo treasury ifa department chelete for some of the buildings, mega projects that were there. Chelete efilweng department 177 million habai sebedisa, and we know where there is a need. So my question to the department is, what was the reason hore riska sebedisa 177 million rand ena? And whatever the problems or the issues were that led to this underspending, Rijulukisise na hore riska ipona in the same position this time next year, re sa sebedisa tjhelete, impeng batho ba na le tlhoko ya matlo. So that is my first question. And my second question, ke a tseba hore batho ba tlo bua ka di-issue tse ngata, ba na le di-backlog, ha ba allocate dintlo, ba bangwe ba approved mara ba so kene dintlong, go na le di-delay tse dingata, di-issue di ka se fele ha re ka bua ka tsona the whole day today. But my question ke ntho e ba e bitsang consequence management. What do we do? Ha go na le di-backlog, what do we do when money is unspent? What do we do ha batho ba ko le department ha ba etse mosebetsi ya bona? Do we just continue ba ya gola and we just write it in a report and we carry on like life is normal, or do people get punished? Rona as batho, I'm a resident as well ya ko West Rand. If we do anything wrong mosebetsing le ko community le ko high, go na le punishment akere. So I want to know, for those who do wrong in the department, who don't allocate the houses for Batu, who don't spend money, who don't do the right thing, is there consequence management? Ke a leboga haholo, and thank you once again for your indulgence, Chair.
Thank you very much. Do you want to take all the questions first? Chair?
Yes, we're going to take all the questions and then
All right.
including my question and the questions of Member Ali.
Right.
And
Please
I must say, Member Ali, on consequence management, we, as a portfolio committee, including the AG, we had an issue around that, but I think the HOD will be able to respond to us on that. I'm handing over to you, Member Chiroka.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, please continue with your question, sir.
Ke nna gape ka lebitse ke Sipho Kopano from Hot 39 and Club. Na potso ya ka e ya go GDP le Human Settlement. O ntwe re batla itse gore ko plot 11 there was a project ya sewer. So project e ba entse sewer se ska accommodate batho ba 50 to 12. So re batla itse gore GDP, how much did you give
Can you, sorry sir, can you just give your name again? Thanks.
Sipho Leon Kopani.
Just repeat which ward, where do you live, please?
Hot 39.
Thank you very much. Please, please continue.
Okay. Ntwe re batla itse ba go gore le ba file boka Human Settlement gore ba tle ba fa ke sewer sale because of ntwe ba yentseng kwa I sharp because of living in no ba entse sewer le 12. They said to us ba file 4 million, but ha re shebella ntwe tsa galang fale ha yetse le 4 million. So re kra thuso kae because of le no they said ba tlo builder also build ya go tsibisip. So ra tlo gore batho ro allocate wa ning go plotong yele because of ke gale re bua we fight. They said re ka se allocate without sewer. We fight for sewer se teng, but it's difficult gore ba allocate. We don't know what is happening, so want to know gore le gore tšhelete be re ke tsweng fale go etsagetseng because of dipampiri a di ka dire 5 point something million. Main contractor said to us ba mo file 4 million. Re batla tseba tšhelete engwe ile ka, what happened? Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, please. Please, just your name and your ward where you live, please.
Dumelang bagolo. Name is Mosa Mokhoma, and then I'm from Hot 14. Bagolo, we're talking about heavy money here. So, municipality annual budget, it speaks to the needs of the people. And I repeat the word annual budget. Why am I saying annual budget? Every year there is a budget to address those needs. We have database of RDP houses. Those RDP houses or those database, they have to be addressed by this budget. But MMC was saying it proudly so that we still have people who applied even in 1996. So my question is, if you are saying it proudly, so we still have people who registered in 1996, why are you still keep on registering even today? Because of those people are still there in a database, so there is no movement. But I see it's a poor management because of a new applicant are being located homes, while prior applicant, they remain homeless. So the other thing again is the beneficiary of the deceased applicant. The beneficiary of deceased applicant, they remain homeless as they are forced to reapply for RDPs, which it says to them, they must also wait another list for this long waiting list. So that means it's a another poor management from municipality. So my question is, what is it that municipality is doing about this? But I was listening to your plans. Municipality have a plan over the squatter camp. So that means it's a motivation even to us to go and build the shacks in squatter camp, because I will get the RDP rather than to wait for this long list. So relocation applicant, they found their homes. They found their homes given to other people without a notification. This thing, I'm not the one who's saying it now. We're seeing it so many times, several times. So what is it that municipality is doing about that? Because of the RDP of other people, they give in to other people without notification. Do municipalities say something about this? It seems like no, there's nothing to say. So I needed clarity on that, please. Because of OG, she or he mentioned that we have a growth of from 28% to 40%, but I don't see it. How did OG audited all those things? Thank you.
Thank you. Next person, please.
Dumelang bagolo. Ke a utlwa gape? Dumelang bagolo, the guy. I'm one of those that went for a workshop. Wa bona le buke le re fang yona e kima yang. Ntse ke utlwa di bue ga di bua, but I have a concern because of how le bua puo ya ko officing, and then rona we just ordinary people. Le buka e buketa ga e bala yotlhe nka se fetse. What I'm hearing from you, ke di percentage and amounts. So na ke tlo kopa from kolona as you are sitting here, akere le tshwere di number, le tshwere di percentage. Na I'm a resident ya Mokagiso mo ko 12. So ke kopa hore le re fe database that says Mokagiso mo how many people applied for RDPs from 1994 until today. The number of people that applied. And then in that number, rekopa le number ya batho that got dintlu. Let's clarify the percentage, lo budget ya lona e tsama ka bokae. We don't understand anything that you just said. So rekopa le re fe di number go mo Kagiso mo we managed to allocate 4 houses. Le sa re allocatile in Gauteng re file batho di 7,000 houses, but we don't see them because of we still have people that don't have houses. And then ke batlo bua ka your system ya allocation. Le allocator bang because of when you come to the municipality, they will tell you it's not our project, kia province. When you go to province, bare go back to your municipality. So like okare go dlalua ka rona, ha re understand go khwetsagala eng. Who is responsible on allocating the houses tsa di RDPs? We want to know as the community. And then again, your budget. Kinyako tseba hore e pushwa again. Akere masipala ga etsa budget o etsa di IDPs then a etsa budget. So lona budget ya lona le etsa based on what? After doing the budget, do you come back to us like you are sitting now and giving us a report that we didn't approve the budget of? So do you come back to us and tell us, here is the budget ya lona ki ena, re allocated tse Kagiso bokana, re allocated tse Manzeville bokana, re allocated tse Tarleton bokana, and then this is how it's going to work. Can we have that in that way so that we can be able to understand? Because of this thing that you have written here, we don't understand. Even if you can write the percentage and say 100%, we don't know 100% of what. We don't know which location are you talking about. And then, ntate we buile ya di dependents. Ga ke kwadisa ntlo la re go nna ke tle ka birth certificate ya ngwana a kere mare ga ke tlhokafala lona gape la re ngwana ke ga tshwanna go kry ntlo e yang. Why should I bring ngwana?
Ke a kopa batho ba bagolo, ke a kopa ganyane fela mama ke kopile gore re mo legislature gore ha re bua le ga re utlwa something e re thabisang re gopole gore re ko parlamenteng ya Gauteng provincial legislature ha re ope matsogo ke a leboga.
Okay, thank you, ma. La di aga di RDP. A ke re bua ka human settlement as a whole. La di aga di RDP tse le gore lona la di aga ko re sa di boneng, ne? So I want to ask you a question. How many clinics have you built? After lentse mantlo a mantsintsi ao. The clinic, we have a problem. Ke kopa this one you must forward it to the health department MEC to say re na le problem mo Mogale City ka di clinic. The clinic is don't accommodate batho ba because of when you allocate the houses. I get mo Kagiso, let's take for example, 50, let's say. And then when you build the RDP, tsa go Chief Mogale or whatever. O tsaya batho ba go kai o batlisa mo. So it means now the number ya Kagiso ya extender. But now gale extend the facilities. O dirile Maponya, ga ena di toilet, mara ke clinic. The other thing, eki kopa le fixe communication ya lona as government, as parliament, towards Rona. Don't come to us only when you come and giving us these books. And you come and you give us a workshop one day, the event itlona the next day. So obatla hore rona re reng, ha re tlo represent the community re represent a rering because of this book is very big. And ubuile ka di language ma'am. This book e kwetse fela ka sekgowa. Ha la mpotsa gore ke a khona ho bala sekgowa o ga ke khone. Limphile fela book e kima. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we please limit the questions to 3 minutes? We've got a lot of people who want to ask questions, so 3 minutes, please. Please go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you. In respect of time, I will just go through the Bible. I think it's page...
Your name, sir, and your ward, please, where you live.
I think it's page 106 in your report. And it says, my name is Bosiso Nhlapo. I come from Gauteng, Ward 1. Got a family at Elijah Bahai. And I'm going to raise my issues based on Bible verses as stated from 106 that talks about monies that were transferred through to Merafong municipality. There's anything around 52 million that was allocated or either transferred, and of that 52 million, only 5 million was utilized. We would like to firstly understand why is that. All those answers would be appreciated. We've got a serious problem in Merafong of sinkholes, and I think that issue is known by the department. So why would monies still be taken back when we've got serious problems such as that? The second one is also stated here, I forgot the Bible verse. It's also written, it's citing the monies of mining distressed grant. I think it's anything around 143 million rands, chairperson of the day. That money is money for mining communities, for distressed mining communities. And that money is 143 million rands for this financial year end, 2023-2024. And we as residents in Merafong know nothing about what is happening with that money. Where is that money? Who is a signatory to that money? What are they doing about that money? Because we still have got sinkholes and we've got families that sleep without bread and water. So we want to know. We can't have mine companies that contribute to the fiscus, and then from there, people sleep without bread and water. The last part is page number 138. I heard the other speaker, they say you've received an unqualified audit everything looks hunky-dory. Well, it's surprising because if you follow page 138 out of your own Bible, it says that you've sent matters of monies being chowed, or what is it? There's a right way that you put here. It's monies that are that you've asked for condonation. Yeah, condonation of irregular expenditure to the amount of 1.2 billion rands. How would you guys receive an unqualified audit when there's issues around the 1.2 billion rands of monies that were, utilized in ways that we do not understand how? I think this report, it doesn't tell us what is Scopa's undertaking on some of these monies. So we would like to be clear as to what is happening. The last point, it is the mega project in Carltonville, which is called Elijah Pachai. As I conclude, we have got serious problems there. We've got stocks because we are in the built environment. The contractor there, being Calp Development, is building stock. And stock that is, as you go towards Potchefstroom, you will see there's vacant houses that he has built for us as a community. But those houses, beneficiaries are not getting in. And it's been years. People from 1994, they are not moving into those houses. You ask housing department, they've got no answers. So we would like to understand from the chairperson to say, what are you saying? What are the reasons why people cannot move into these houses? Because now people are still living in squalor when there's houses built towards going Potchefstroom. Because he has already moved towards the other side, if you know Carltonville. So we've got a serious problem. Number two, as MMM is, because we are small businesses cannot even get opportunities to work in these mega projects, because there was a case when we went and complained as smaller companies. When we went and complained, the main contractor took us to court, and then from there, most of our leaders, they were given court interdicts, and we were told that we must not. So when we cry for job opportunities, we get served litigation letters, and we are told that we must not enter the site anymore. So we would like to understand, how do you guys receive an unqualified audit when these are some of the things that are happening on a daily basis? Thank you.
Thank you. Next question. Can we please keep it to three questions and 3 minutes? Thank you.
Molweni. Igama lami ndinguNomthetho Ndleleni, ndiphuma eWestrand eWard 17. Zawucela ithetha ilumi lami lenkobe. Umbuzo wami wokuqala uthi, njengoba nithi nine problem yabantu abalahla ama contact number, umuntu xa ke sekefika esiza ne contact entsha, nimenza kanjani xa ebebhalisile? Nimqalisele eqaleni okanye niqhubekeka ngaye na? Number 2, kunendawo eWard 17 ekuthiwa yiSersfontein. Ekwakudala kuthiwa kuzokwakhelwa khona abantu izindlu. Ndicela ukubuza ukuthi le ndawo is under Ward 17 or Westrand okanye i-under Joburg na? Ndiphinde ndicela ukubuza ukuthi kunesikolo lapha eZiribagomo yi-primary. Kudala sinqonqoza iminyango yonke sifuna kube i-high school. Asisazi ukuthi ngophi umnyango emeli bamasungene. Abantwana bethu baphelele endleleni ngoba kabagqiba ugrade 9 funeka bayokwenza ugrade 12, ugrade 10 eSoweto okanye koma Western area. Abazali bane challenge ama transport. Ingathi singawukhelwa esisikolo siphelele ku grade 12. Kudala sikhala ngazo but akukho apho sincendakala khona. Ndiyabonga.
Thank you. Next question. Thank you.
Rosungula vito ra mina Anabila numa Ward 17. Xivutisi xa mina xi komi ngopfu. Rosungula na mkhensa n'wina mi nga kwala xitulwini. Ni khensa murhangeli wa xitulu na kabinete ya yena. Ku na timhaka ta ku na tindzimu, ni twa mi vulavula tindzimu tinharhu, mi si Xichangana na Xivenda na Xipedi, a ni xi twa mi vulavula mi vulavula. Se sweswi ni lava ku vutisa ka n'wina va housing ku ri tiyindlu ta akiwa ta RDP hina hi nga tsarisa mina leswi ni nga yima la ni tsarisi khale loko no ta la housing la Krugersdorp la va ni byela ku famba Randfontein loko ni ya Randfontein ni ya cheka va ku famba a Western area a Western area loko ni ya cheka va ni byela timhaka ta ku u vote kwihi a ni swi tivi ku ka ha ri DP ku tirha ku vota kumbe ku tirha ku wa tsarisa yindlu u qualify ka sa a ni swi tivi kwalano a ni kombela ku ri vanhu lava va nga lomu ka nasikanani ka ti-housing mi va cheka mi va workshopa va nga yi xikandza hi ku mini michangani ni nge yi kumi yindlu yi fanele yi kumiwa hi mihlomuni yi fanele yindlu yi xavisiwa a ni ri kumbexani n'wina mi nga hehla hi n'wina mi nga na corruption yi la hansi va languteni ku tiyindlu ta hina va ti dyi kwihi ende ti ya kwihi i khale mina ni tsarisi yindlu vo famba ndhaka mina va kha va famba sweswi va ni byeli ku ri hayi u phuruviwe Western area ku na vanhu lava nga laha Western area vo ngo i hlava linghene kona va kona vete va yimele government yi ta kota ku va humesa ya va chava vanhu lava ya government na kumbe ku hoyiwa ngopfu lava va nga mukhukhwini hina hi nga tipulotweni va na mhaka na hina va endlela ku hi va hakela mali vona va masitandi danki.
Thank you very much. Next question. Please remember to give your name and your ward. Thank you.
Goeiemorgen allemaal. Morgen. Morning, colleagues. Good morning, everybody. I first wanted to start my question off with the previous question, oh yeah, sorry. My name is Bronon Gon. I'm from Tukamsaras, Ward 10. The previous speaker that was speaking on finance, I wanted to ask him a question on that, but unfortunately, he couldn't continue because of the lack of communication, language barrier rather. Language barrier that we had. So a concern that we have though from Tukamsaras is that the community has sent us here so that we can go back and give them feedback in terms of what was said here and what was actually presented to us today. Now unfortunately, even though we could have read in English what was presented to us, we couldn't understand what was given, what was spoken as the two previous speakers spoke on the two reports that was given to us. So if possible, Madam Chair, and the committee that sits there, if it's possible that we can have a hard copy of the two reports that was presented as a whole committee, because we are responsible to go back to the community. To my questions now. Right, my first question would be to the mega project in Tukamsaras. Now, as the committee, I know that you guys are well aware of the situation that the mega project is facing in Tukamsaras. My question would be because this would have been my question last week to the MEC but the MEC wasn't there. My question would be what is human settlement going to do with the situation that is faced in Western Mega? And I'm not saying Tukamsaras because I don't want to isolate the community in Western Mega, because the situation started with officials from human settlement derailing the whole approving allocation process of beneficiaries. So my second question would be the allocation process, more especially in the entire Western Mega process. You would find that the person that has applied rather 2 months ago is approved for either for a house or a flat, and a person who has applied for let's say 1996, right? That person is not even approved and the person is not even on the database. And you can hear the frustration of the people when they come to you. They would tell you that I go frequently to human settlement and go and update my details, but once I get there, I would find that my details is no longer there. So my question would be what is the department doing in terms of keeping the database updated and ensuring that the beneficiaries that has applied post 1996 and people after 1996 leading to date, that it is in order? Because right now at this current moment, I can tell you guys that people that have applied last week has been approved for houses in Western Mega, in the Western Mega project. And I'm not isolating, I'm not saying Tukomsras, I'm saying Western Mega because it is the entire West Rand. We know, you guys know as human settlement, we have a problem with housing in South Africa. It is your responsibility to work closely with Census SA to ensure that these needs of the beneficiaries are met, and they are met in accordance to the process. Stop going into the process and trying to, officials should stop going into the database and trying to push people up into the database. That is wrong. So now we have a situation in Western Mega, which is now in Tukomsras, where people have invaded. Right? So what happens then in that situation? So now you have a community that said the last time that development actually took place in this community is 30 years ago, and those people and houses that were built 30 years ago, and when the allocations came, the community was not satisfied. Like the previous speaker said, that why don't you guys go out, put people on the ground, which are us actually, who is the ward committee members, put us on the ground and ensure that the data that you guys have is accurate and it is correct. My third question. No, it's 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
no.
sir, can you move it up,
So,
please?
in conclusion, I would like to ask that the responsible parties, more especially from municipality side, leading from your MMCs and the MECs, the people that are responsible for the allocation and to announce the allocation of the people, that those people should also form part of panels like this, because those are the people that actually go out of these halls and they go and tell the people that what is it that the community should do and what is it that the community should not do. Whereas we are the ones sitting in this wall, listening to what has to be said and what is the process, but that is not being done. So my question is, what are you guys doing with your officials, MECs, MECs and MMCs and MECs who are responsible for the community of Rand West? Thank you.
Thank you. Next question. Please keep your question short. Your name, please, and where you live. Thank you.
Tobela di Majeroni. Dumelang community. Le kae. Re teng ka lebitso ke Ntate Jafta buang from Rand West City, Ward 10. Ne ke na le di question tse ngata mama ja, because nanong ntate o dutse mo thoko ga gago mo man. Hai ka tota wa strong tota. Mama we, point ya ka ya mathomo ke hospital. Hospital e ko Motlhakeng. Since it thomilwe ka 2002. Re mo 2024. Ga e fele. Ga re tsebe bothata ba yone ke every year go tswa budget. Every year go tswa budget. Mara re kgone itse re bothata ba yone ke eng. Le go kusisa. Ra feta mo yone. Ke ya go tleliniking ya Tukomsras mama. Tleliniki ya Tukomsras e tsotse budget gore e kgone go lokisiwa. Ha dipula di na kapa go bata, basadi ba gola ba kgone go tsena mo tleliniking ja because ha gona le holo.
Sir, can you just hold on a sec? 1 minute. The chair just wants to say something.
Okay, ke a leboga pa ke kopa hore o starte ka di questions tsa rona tsa human settlement, and then tseo ha re di dismiss o di tlise kwano re tle re di fe Department of Health. Because maybe by the time o tlo batla go botsa tsa human settlement nako ga go tla be fitlile ke go tlile o re o complaina ka ntate ka moso ke re ke go thipenyana gore o di tlise mo, and then we'll give them to the Department of Health so that clinics, schools and so on, we are not saying don't ask them, bring them to us, we'll send them to the relevant department. Thank you very much, Member Charlotte.
Are tsene ge mo mantlung ka re batla ke tsene mo matlung ma rona. Question ya ka ya mathomo mma rona. Re na le matlu a kgale. Ne? A ile gore basadi ba golo le bo mama rona ga ba sa le yo mo lefatsheng. Matlu a setse ka bana di title deed di mo basadi ba golo. When bana ba tsama ba re ba lo apply la di indigent in unvalidity are calling my bitso ga se bone. Re kopa women settlement e kopane le ba khoto ba tloeletsa bana di new title deed gore bana ba kgone gore ba kgone ba ne le access ya go patela ko masepala ga ba kgone ja because di title deed tsa di bitse ka bona e latelang re na le major project ya ko Montrose ke di jara matlo a teng ga o ya kone ebile a sekame a ntse so ga re tsebe gore a tlo lokisiwa or batho ba tlo tsena mo one so ya bofo ga project e etsiwa re kopa go thomiwe pele ka infrastructure not go agiwa ntlo go sena infrastructure after that batho ba tsenyiwa mo batho ga ba itse go toilet e ko kae metsi a ko kae ga bana next ke zero that is why matlo a gona no agiwang a feleletsa a vandalizitswe ke a leboga mo thank you.
Thank you. Next question.
Ke nna Maria Mavuso wa Kromdraai. Ke a le dumedisa bo botlhe bagolo. Ke nnang ko Audit-39. Ke tlo lafa. Ke leng ra ngwadisa dintlo mara rona re kgone go kry-a dintlo mara bana ba kry-a dintlo re tshotse bana ba gola bana ba rona ba na le bana ditlogolo tsa rona ke tsontse di kry-a ntlo o ngwadisa ntlo kgwedi e tlang o tla utlwa re ko lata di-key tsa ntlo yaka wena mogolo ke fa re a swa re nna mo mekhukhu ya nela re tsoga masigo re beeletsa ka di-bucket ditsela di senyegile ga o re wa tsamaya wa robega ne mona le mo mongwe last year ke bua ntho last year December ile a tswa mo ntlong a re ya toilet a thelela mo monyako wa toilet awa a tsenya samente thank you bagolo ke a leboga.
Thank you. Next question, please. Your name and where you live, please.
Ke sala ke kwadisa ntlo ka 96 le ya no ntse ke eme ka ntlo ga ke ya housing ba ntse ba nthare ya tswa ga go tle ke kgwedi le kgwedi maota ka sta fedile ko re nang teng ko Kromdraai kwa ga gona di-toilet ga gona nix mara go thile budget e tswile mara ga re na nix ko Kromdraai re mo mekhukhu mara bana ba mo mantlong.
Dumelang. Ke moduli wa Kromdraai. A gona tswelelo pele e re bonang ko Kromdraai. Since re ke kwadisa ntlo ka 1996. Bana ba 88 ba kry-ile dintlo. Rona re dampile fela mo Kromdraai ka re ga gona motho a re na tlhokomelo ko Kromdraai. Ga re kgathalwe ga re etseng. Ra wa dintlo di anela, di-toilet di awa. Thank you, ke a leboga.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Dumelang. Na ke katse Samuel Modiba ke tswa ko Ward 39. Mogali City wa re feila. Mogali City mo re nnang re ntse mo le pele bo Mandela ba tla mo Gauteng pele a tshwarwa. Rentse mo tulong eo ra ikagela sekolo ka tšhelete ya rona Mogali City no seyo mo sekolong seo le government o na seyo mara yaanong ka jeko ha re tshwanetse rage le bana ba rona mekhukhu ka gore Mogali City wa pallwa ba tlile ba re fa dinomoro ba re fa eng ba re ba etla ba tla ga go voutiwa ko rona ba bang ga ba itse pleke re nna mo yona mara di budget di tswa every day rona re ke re sepe gone yaanong ga re tshwanetse re agele bana ba rona mekhukhu fale re tshwanetse go pitagana le bana ga re agela bana mekhukhu ga re kgone go aga gate pleke e rekilwe mara pleke ele rona re ntse fale go sena lekgowa ne go ise go nne lekgowa mo re nnang le gone yaanong ga gona lekgowa mara yaanong Mogali City ga re tshwanetse re agele bana pleke ba re ke private property bontate mogolo a rona ba tlhokofalla fale bonkoko a rona bontate mogolo a rona ba tlhokofetse mabitla re na le one mole mara ga re ke re dintlo sa le re kwadisa dintlo ka 96 ha re na tsona nna ke belegwa mo le hane ju e seyo video e seyo deep slot e seyo rona re batho ba khale ba ga go agiwa Manseville batho ba Manseville ba tswa go gae ko Middlesbrough mara ka je go re tshwanetse go kubiwa mo plekeng ele re tshwanetse go etsiwa ya thank you ya lebo.
Thank you. Next question. Thank you.
Dumelang le kae bagolo ke nna Julia Moketsi ke nna mo
Can you speak up a little bit, please? A little bit louder, thanks.
ke nna Julia Moketsi ke nna mo 3 since ke ngwadisitse ka 2008 ha ke na ntlo makgwa ba nkoba kwale go neng ke nna kwale ba rekisitse plot ke nako ke nnang teng ha ntse ke go magalisiti ke lo tlhola ntlo go housing kwale ba mplela gore ba tla nthekela ba tla nkisa go masepala a mpheple ka ke se mpheple ke yang ha ke se dintlo tse di agiwang tsele di le agelwa batho ba ba ntseng yang nna ke sa kgone go kry ntlo e leng yaka ke a leboga.
Thank you very much.
Afternoon. My name is Busiso Kumalo from Ward 17. I don't have questions per se, but I've got a suggestion just to put in as a government. Firstly, uma ngabe nenza i-budget, you must also include us because right now, lama figures now, we're not sure ukuthi those are the original figures or ama figures enziwe somewhere. First, then okunye ne ngiyacela futhi ukuthi i-department azange zisitshele ngokuthi what is happening eBurwa. Yes, we understand ukuthi kune case yama invaders and what. So then why ningasitshela ukuthi kwenzekalani ngeWestern area Burwa? And then what do you want to do about that? Ukuthi what will be the solution? Because those houses from eBurwa, those are the houses zabantu ekudala abantu bebezimele. And then you will always experience ilokuzi ama complaints wabantu. Why? Because of it department aninayo i-monitoring system. Whatever that you do niyenza nje but unmonitor izinto zenu. Then i-Bagel Star renewal ayona i-exista ezincwadini zenu thina asiyazi. Then on your Bible book, page 84, kunale mali le ye distressed community. That money, why ningayibhalanga ukuthi iMerafong maybe I receive maybe 50 billion because that money it is 132 million if I'm not mistaken. But in your books it says it was transferred to the municipality. Which municipalities are those and how much do they get from that distressed man? Because imali ethu liyana is mine and we have to monitor it and we must know where does it go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine is just simple and short. I heard the previous speaker was mentioning Denklome, all those RDPs. What about Brick Valley? Is Brick Valley not your, are you not reliable for Brick Valley? Because that project started in 2018, even now. So I just want to know what about Brick Valley, because it was not mentioned there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dumelang, ka lebitso ke Thembi from Ward 6. But I'm a subcontractor go Brick Valley, e go buiwang ka yone gore you guys never mention it. Re face dilo tse dingata go Brick Valley as a subcontractor. And next time how I wish gore go ska ba le di meeting tse so. Tsamayang go tsone di project tsa lona. Le tsene le shebelle ka tota go tšhelete le buang ka yone or ele fanang ka yone towards the project tseo ya etsagala ka kopo ke a kopa. Brick Valley simolotse ka 2019 as colleague ya ka e bua and ka kitso ya rona ne le a 5 years project but gona nonyana ga ra ise re etse le half and on a yearly ya tsena tšhelete budget ya tla and le rona as subcontractors we are facing taba ya gore ga re patelwe and no one is accounting ka taba tse di tshwanang le tse. As a subcontractor, go bolela gore re na le sebaka e tswetswe gona no. And then ba bua ka di G data, ba bua ka di eng, but we are aware gore ke maaka. Because contract e keneng gona no nyana e simolotse mo matsatsing, and then ga ba ema bone ba sena tšhelete ga bana taba gore go na le mekoti, bana ba wela go etsagalang. Re na le dinepe tse di isitsweng ha wa wishing ke be gote di a tlhagisiwa fa baagi ba bone gore tota motho montsho ga re sa tlhole re kgathallwa. Ga ngwana a tlogetswe mo mokoting o mokima o bulegileng, go tsamaya metsi a feile go etsagalang gona nong the way re leng wa re tika teng dikolo di tlo tswala bagolo, bana ba rona ba ntse fale, dikolo di tlo tswala. Safety ya bone ke go bolela gore ke bereka ko ga ke nne ko, but as a subcontractor nje ke a ipotsa gore ke ngwana mang go etsagalang, bana ba fale ga ba right totally at all. So a lentsha budget go senyiweng ka yone, and then le tla fa le tlo bua ka di number tse le di buang gore di berekile kae. A ile kile la yana la bona ka tota tšhelete le ntshang. Please ke a kopa gore next time a sa nna go dula yana e be le re bue, take a walk, tsamayang ko le ntshang tšhelete teng, and see really gore tšhelete ya lona e le re la e ntsha di figure tse le di buang tse dintsintsi tseo di a bereka. And my worry, how I wish ke be le gore ne go sena bo mayor le bo di MEC di ko kae kae ba dulemo, and ha re botsa dipotso tse e be ba le teng gore re alwa le bone ra ba kopa ra ba bontsha, but e ka re ga go kgathaliwe. Na re gane re kopa mmuso wa motho montsho gore o nne teng, ne re go tle go gatelwe ba bang o re yang bomme ba rona ba sokola. It's so painful. Utlwa nkgono a re ka tota we see that, more especially as subcontractors, we see that o bona ngwana o nang le wa maloba o nang le 20 a na le ntlo, but go na le nkgono o dulang a ntse a re yaka. And you know you can fix that, guys. You know that. You know you can go through. Le teng go bone batho ba gore show us why le bereka ka dipampiri fela. Why are you reading the papers but tšhelete lona le kenya go ground? Come to the ground. Come and see what is happening. Le tšhelete le latlhelang ko. I submit.
Thank you. Next question.
Skumbuzo Monareng from Ward 20. I think most of the speakers, they have made it clear that we really need to see your office on the ground, because the session that we are having is too short to unpack all the questions that we have. It's a short time, so visibility of your office's human settlement, can it start from today? And I got a question concerning what is your intervention on those projects that has been mentioned that are not being completed in time? Because we have seen projects from Randfontein have started before Brickvale, they are completed in time. So unfortunately, we got a challenge when coming to RTP houses at Mohale at large. Projects are not completed in time. There's another one at Mansville that is still not being completed. We are not sure if it's going to be complete. So I think we need the province to intervene on the RTP project, basically at Mohale city level, because we got a huge challenge there. I just need to check, this one is to check, because according to the requirement, in order to qualify for an RTP, you must earn 3.5. And then of which we understand that 3.5 nowadays, if you earn 3.7, you don't qualify for an RTP. And cost of living is too high. You can't rent if you earn 3,700 with that month. Is there any ways whereby you can review at least this amount in order for people that maybe at least earn 10,000 or 7.5, in also for them to qualify for an RTP? Because the 3.5 has been long overdue. The third question, it's a question because normally when you go and apply for an RTP while you earn more than 3.5, they tell you about service stand. We must apply for service stands. Those service stands, we have seen it in an auction currently here at Mohale. So what are you saying about those people who earn more than 3.5? Where must they get houses from? Because next time, now at Brickville, they are talking about service stand. The next thing they will be auction. So how do you monitor the situation that people that they earn more than 3.5 or 7,000, they get those service stands? How do you monitor the processes? Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanbonani, okhuluma lapha umamu Catherine Hlajwayo from Khamukhale, Ward 31. Mina inkinga yami ukuthi bengicela ukwazi ukuthi kanti eKhamukhale thina siwela kuphi. Ngoba isikhathi esiningi masiza la ehousing sithi sizochecka basitshela ukuthi thina asiweli eTaralton. iTaralton imela abantu baseTaralton kuphela, not eKhamukhale. Baningi kabi abantu eKhamukhale aba-applya kudala from 1996, 2012, nginodadewethu nginokuhamba naye isikhathi esiningi azochecka. Uyagula une-epilepsy. Masifika lapha ehousing basitshela njalo ukuthi thina asiweli ngapha eMkhale City, mina ngazi ukuthi kanti siwelaphi. Basijikise bathi ngimhambise esibhedlele sithola incwadi yokuthi uyagula unalomkhuhlane loyo. Ngihambe naye ngesibhedlele ngibuye ngize naye ngiphethe incwadi lezo. Mangifika lapha incwadi la ayisasebenzi. Bona mabakha izindlu zabantu aba-disable abakhela abantu abe-epilepsy. Umuntu lona azange asayine isubsidy. Ngibuze ukuthi isubsidy ufanele uyisayine, fanele wenzeni, uye kuphi ukuthi usayine isubsidy. Baza ngithumela kwenye office isenzasi. Ngiye kule office leyo sifike sisayine kule office leyo. Bathi sinamsendele SMS. Sihlale 3 months. After 3 months ngibuyele khona. Ngibuze ngithi i-SMS asikayitholi. Laba bangapha bangitshela ukuthi laba bantu laba badlala ngani. Why ungaphindeli futhi ngale? Manje kanti into enjani leyo? Fanele uwenzeni ukuthi usayine le subsidy leyo ukuthi nawe uze ube khona mhlambe kulo database or ini. Abanye bayashona. Mawuthi uzochecka umuntu kudala abhalisile ngithi ushonile, mawuchecka bathi umuntu lo ushona angasayinanga isubsidy. Subsidy usayinwa kuphi? Awutshelwa ukuthi uyephi ukuthi uzosayina lo subsidy. Ngiyezwa lapha kuyakhulumeka ukuthi izindlu ziyaphuma, kwakhiwa izindlu ezingaki, kwaphuma nama-title deed. Kungani kanti kungacalwa lapho kwacalwa khona ukuthi abantu ba-applyile? Kucalwe lapho abantu abacala kudala uku-applya bathola izindlu, kukhuphuke inani labantu baze bakhona ukuthi bathola izindlu. Ngiyabonga.
Dumelang. Ka lebitso ke Mofehle, Merafong, Ward 12. Batho ba ko housing a ke tsebe ke na le dipotso tse 3 le suggestion tse fewnyana. Number 1, matlo ko eleja ba gae ke di high cost. A kenywa batho ba sa sebetse mo nkgono le bontate moholo. Ka hodimo ke ngwana le hlanya a iratela monate. And whatever problem by experience and gaudim, high itlhalla go boka tlase, ha ena maintenance. Reason being maspala wa rona kwa ha ba tlonga over because of maintenance. Ha developer a qeta ho fana ka plek eo e tlo maintainwa ke mang? Jwalo ka budget e tswile tjena tjhelete le hodimo mara tjhelete eo ha re bone. Number 2, ntwe mme a ntse e bua mo ya hore motho ha sa hlokahetse subsidy o entseng rona right now re na le motho a sainileng ha o etsa HSS wa hlaela hore ntlo ya flat ya hae ke ene mara ntlo tlamehe o etse kae ko ngwaneng wa hae ngwana ha a kgone ho kena ko ntlong eno because of ha a signa eng happy letter ntho e seng happy letter ya ho qetela ya dinotlolo ngwana ha kgone ho thola ntlo. It's been 6 months ntlo e eme fela ile jwalo ha motho ona a tsamaya tsa fihla gona mo Tleksdorp ha a kgone ho thuseha mara ntlo e ntse eme ntse le jwalo. Number 3, noje ho bua ka ditjhelete a di hodimo haholo nna ke broke ke na le 10 rand mara ntho e bohloko ke hore ba lo kena hona jwale tje before thola snotlolo tlamile a ntshe 1000 rand 1000 rand a lo intsha tlamile ye kae yo the very same municipality e fueng kae tjhelete ke lona mara o batla batho ba sa sebetseng tjhelete jwang ya o qetela kapa tse pedi tsa ho qetela. O ba ekare hona le ho kwatanyana mo. Ya ho qetela ke ena. Batswadi, ha re hane, re appreciate what you guys are doing for us. Re le community la hore le a handle. So what is the point ya hore nna ke tlameha ke lwantshe masepala hore a kenye batho ka hare? Matlo ke ala ema a qetuwe ho entswe ntho ngwe le ngwe ho embetswa vandalize ha qeta vandalize ho botlo thumantswa a vandalize ha ona tšhelete ya gore batho ba kene mo. We must fight every day re le batho ba batsho re lwanela eng for batho ba thole matlo. Ntate ntsa bua mona ke ana mangata bila tshetse sekontiri a ka nqane mare still tšhelete e tswile ke eng. Mare batho ha o fihla o lo lwana batho ba bolelwa hore developer I'm waiting for the municipality to pay me. Ha o fihla masepala the papers are short. Batho ba baholo ba ba kanaka ba kena ka dipampiring tsa office mare matlo a le teng ke eng e bima hore batho ba thole matlo. Ya o qetela he batswadi ba ka ai ena ke tsebe batho ba sebetsang officing ko municipal ya rona bana le ba kgetha jwang bana le attitude ha ba tsebo wa ga ba batho e ka gale ba kenye sekolo e ka a ke tsebe le ba nkile plekeng e nngwe mo senang di mena se teng. Instead of ba fe batho the good answers ba fe batho the information o tla mothola ja chepisa ga bela meno ha o hlaile ha ona next come back next time system e fats. Why ha o sa gabi tsamao ye Krugersdorp ai Krugersdorp ka nga sna chelete mara phone ile teng ka officing.
Thank you. I just want to acknowledge and welcome Member Mathabe. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Please continue.
Dumelang bagolo. Lina la ka ke Sharon Phiri ke tswa Kagiso Hot 19. Potso aka ya pele ke gore ya ka Department of Human Settlement rile ya ga dintlo tse di tlhatlhaganeng because ga gona lefatshe. Le nne le rekisiwa kgwedi fitileng le tswa kae? Ya bobedi. Department of Human Settlement rile ifa batho lefatshe le leng gore go tlo nna le dikereke le dikolo go teng. Ko chief mogale dikereke tse di go teng ga di na di-title deed. Engwe ebile gato e ntse mo lefatsheng le leng la crèche. Kante go etsagala yang? Ya ka ke ya bofelo ke leng ya ka personally. Ntlo ke ya approvile ko Dantlome phase 1. Up to today a ke se ke be allocated. Kante allocation system ya lona e bereka yang? And then ha go le so nna ke ya ko mang? Ha ke tswa mo Department of Human Settlement mo Krugersdorp ban send from pillar to post ban mpolella gore why ke sa botse gore go allocate-wa leng ka utla gore go allocate-wa mara ke fitla ko teng a go allocate-iwe. So ke batla go itse gore ga ke go le yana HSS e re ke approvile phase 1 Dantlome ke ya ko mang? Ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo. O buang ke Sello Mokoena ke tlaga ke le hot date Taralton. Ne go pa o bua ka budgetary attending for today. I think gona le ntwe le gore ga ra include because of if ever re bolella batho ka di project tse di leng gore di a etsagala around the pleke tse ba tlhagang go tsona. Then le sa tlhagise di figures le di locations tsa di report tse leng gore le re bolella ka tsona. It's like le refa information e le gore e general we le gore rona re attendetse go utlwa ka di pleke tsa rona. Fe ba nke be le gore utlwile gore for example ko Brick Valley up to so far go berekisitswe bokae and e fundilwe ga ikae and totally ya budget ke bokae because of re ka se dule re ntse re kry di figures mo di interneteng le mo di newspapering while rona re sa bone dilo mosebetsi wa tšhelete le gore re bona mo di interneteng gore we ditswe ka yone tšhelete eo. Another question e le gore ke batla go e botsa because of around Mogale City mo ko Hot 30 ke botsa ka Hot 30 ha isu go nne le any housing project e le gore ya etsagala ko Hot 30 for 30 years. So still go ba le project around Taralton ko Hot 26 batho ba Hot 30 ba kwadisitse ba editse di process tsotlhe but ga ba bitsiwe mo projecting eo. So if go be le di project around Mogale City while batho ba Hot 30 ba sa benefit mo di projecteng tseo na. The other thing ke ya waiting list. Why Human Settlement e design program ya waiting list then be sa e follow na? Because of gore re senyeditse batho nako. Batho ba ne ba expectile gore because of ke tlo kwadisa for waiting list, human settlement immediately go na le development around Mogale City. E tla notify batho ba e leng gore ba mo waiting listing ba prioritize-iwa. Go na le report ile a fiwa mo meeting mo today gore go na le problem ya gore go na le batho ba e leng gore ga ba tholagale. And I think if ever motho a kwadisa RDP, wa kwadisa gore o dula ko kae. And a kwadisa le information e le gore mo systeming go ba simple gore o ka mo tracker or o ka communicate le leader tsa locally so that motho a tholagale. Sa nna gore go te no batho ba bitse because of batho ba bang ke ba batona bana di phone. But o ka kgona go bua le hot committee or councillor so that re kgona re tholagale re kry dintlo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo. Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke nna Jeanette Mabatho Khumalo. Nna ke tlile ka gore ntwena ntlo ya ka ile ya tswa ko tshepisong ka ke foundile ka 2017 ko housing ko Joburg. Address ya teng ke ye 82259 ko tshepisong. And itse ha ke ntwena ha ke lo found out ka be ba mpolela gore nna ke na le dintlo tse 2 ke cancele 1 bang cancelesa ya tshepisong ba re ke tla kena ko Chief Mogale ka nako eo nako batho ne ba kenya ko Chief Mogale nna ne ke so ntwena ke santsane ke le teng no go na le bonkgoni ba bang ba 2 ba ile ba ntshiwa right mo strateng sa rona ko referee ko Ward 34. So itse antse ke ntwena ke itse ke tsamaela ntlo ya ka ba mpolela gore re tla ntwena re tla go kenya until today. Nomathemba ke itumela ka bana bitso wa ka le nna ke Nomathemba. I'm so happy. Nomathemba ko ke dulang teng ke dula ko ntwena ko referee mo pela Sirichi. Bana ba ka ba feditse dikolo ba le mo ntwena mo pela Sirichi eo. Ntwena ke dula ko Mkhukhu ke agile Mkhukhu ko Oswaka. Dipula di anela a ke se ke rekile di wardrobe tse ikae mepeto e kae ke senyegetse le gona no o ka ntsaka koloi anka go tsaka koloi o lo bona diraka tsa ka di wile gale ke bereka ha ke bone ntwe ke berekelang ha ke itse re ke etseng o sma batho ene ke utlwa botlhoko re papa bana baka ene le ponisa o ile a bulaiwa ga botlhoko le ditšhelete tsa gagwe a zang ra di kry ra safara o swaka ke botlhoko.
Aski sis Nomathemba ozala etafuleni ma. Ngicela uzela.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke Stefina Sparkling. Lebitso la ka ke Sparkling Senelo, Stefina Sparkling Senelo. Ke khale ke apply ntlo. Sale ke apply la ntlo ke na le ngwana o 1 a le 7 months. Ngwana ke ka jeko o na le 18 years. Ga ke ya ko housing early this year ba itse ko nna ba re salary ya ka e fitile go qualify ya RDP. Ka ba botsa potso gore why le mpolella gona nong ke na le almost more than 20 years ke apply ntlo and then le tlo mpolella gona nong. Yabi 2 HSS ya re ntlo ya ka itswile ko Chief Mogale phase 1. Nka le tsaya le gona nong one of you ka ilo le bontsha ko ntlong ya ka e leng ko teng ebile setse ba extendile. So potso e ke na le yone for lona ke gore batho ba human settlement, how long will I wait for my RDP house? Because now I'm getting old, I'm 44 years. Ke sale ke apply la ntlo ke le 26 years of age.
Same thing. Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke nna Joanna Mokule ke nna ko Hot 39 ko Sterkfontein ko Halfway. Le nna ke na le sekalo bothata ba RDP. Sala ke kwarisa RDP ka 2000.
So, ko housing ha ke kilo checka ke ditse subsidy ke tsile house number ya ka e approve ile gore e tlhagella ko Manzanville. Mara ha o ya ko teng ba go bolella gore sizokfounela mara ga ba go founele. Yaanong a re itse gore re etseng ene ko re nnang teng re nna mo plekeng ya Lekgowa. Ha go tlhagile leso a re Manzanville a re ha ba tle funeral ko jarateng ya gagwe. Yaanong ga ke itse gore re ko ka thank you ka leboga.
Thank you very much.
Dumelang, Owen ke Edith Morweng Ward 4. Ke lebogela Palamente gore re tle mo Mogale City. Mogale City wa re faila and I'm so disappointed community gore our leadership are not here. Ba biditse meeting re batla bona, ha re batle Parliament. Mara yaanong ka gore ba batla gore re ba tlhatse ko pele ga Parliament. Go sharp. Jara ya fela, budget ke gone e tlang. Mogale City is still on the backlog. Esa khoswang ke rona community. Housing in a backlog. Esa khoswang ke community. Re na le proof, re na le list, re na le database. Ya batho ba ba approvileng ko phase 1 ko Chief Mogale. So go dula batho ba is in the owner of that house. Before the elections, the MMC una editse road show housing. I get in the road show what. Natsama di hollow by hollow, hot by hot, all by hot. People thinking before the election, but they allocated. So ko reasoning ka ko rona ka kwana how it's another security. Why it's again habare tse sharp the security ba re koba. Batho uzofuna nela doctor ka kufoni. Ene uzo check. Mawuphuma bathi zokubiza. Is what SMS izongena SMS it is zokubiza. My concern guti 1996 until 1999 we call ourselves Kagiso housing issue. They are approved, but they are not staying in the houses. Parliament e re tshwaretse eng, e tlo go etsa eng. On the list e ntseng re draft, at least go tsamaile plus minus 10. Re lwana bagolo. Go na le ba ba movileng, ba ba isitsong ko extension 13, maybe ke 10 ko 13, 2 ko Manzanville, then Tlhome maybe ke 10 or ke 5. So thank you for that. Santse gona le list ba golo, re thusitswe ke Mayor Tyrone ba golo on 2021 to consider our list. Re ditse re na le petition e teng mo tlase mole ya 2021 e sanileng ke di officials tsa Mogale City. Mogale City ga re direle dilo tse di right Parliament. So ga ke itse gore lona le tlile because jara ya fela le tlo boa gape jara e tlang. Ka 2020 go tile gona le mega project ko Kagiso 1. Gona le issue hostel le ko teng ke matsapa a mangata. So re kopa thuso on a serious note. Batho ba ba approve and they don't mind go iswa ko Magalesi. As gare e le di IDP meeting gote o approve but Mogale City ga ina land. O tshwanetse we ko Taralton. Ha re mind go a Taralton but ga e etsagale. Gona le nkgolo ona le 72 years. Nkgolo ke yona lafa o approve. So Parliament ya reng. Le kopa recommendation ya allocation. Re kopa recommendation from you guys. Go utlwile le di project tse ngata tse sa felang mo location la rona. Ko extension 12 gona le di ntlo tse di existing house ha di se di fele. Ke gone di etsa no a ke re 2026 ba golo. So re kopa Parliament mme mama o sino mathemba. Mrs Chair ka kopa ke ikokobeditse. Re tla tla ko Johannesburg. We are planning go etsa petition. It's up to ba agi ba Mogale le West Rand kaofela. Because rona re na le petition ya 2021 e signilwe ke di officials tsa Mogale City. So re kopa thuso bagolo. Ke utlwile le bua gape and then e ke lebetseng e important. Re na le people ba disabilities. Wa le sa ba agele mantlo a bona. Wa le ba tsenya mo di RDP because ba tsoka mikuku. Ke kopa plan ya batho ba disability e nne teng bagolo. Ke batho le bone ba batla dijo ba batla borote le bone ke batho ba batla mantlo. Gona le di building gona le building ya ko Ward 7 ya library ha ise bulwe. I think ya gile ka 2018 or 2017 between 20 something e santse e mo sekgweng archive center ya rona e mo sekgweng ga e maintain ba golo papa ga nne ke a go itenna.
Can we finish up?
Ke kopa clarity ba golo ka bana ba ba tlhokafalotseng ke di parents e be le re ba ikwadise e be le re ba ikwadise mama ge o approvile wa ngwana tshwentse a ikwadise o tlo kry-a ntlo le ene after 40 years re na le batho ba ba mo waiting listing plus minus 40 ba ba mo listing ya rona ga ba ise ba approviwe so re tlo etsa re tlo tla gape re tlo omana gape bagolo.
Thank you very much.
Dumelang bagolo, ka lebitso ke dumetse ne. But taba o sena mathe ba intouchitse ne. Pelo ya ka ya bita. Ke kwadisitse ntlo ka 1996. Kgale ka approvile ke 2009.
Can you speak up a bit, please? A bit louder, please.
Okay. Ke be fa. Oh, ka lebitso ke dumetse. Ke kwadisitse ka 1996. Now hona ne ke touchitse ke taba ya sena mathe ba emotional. Okay, ntho ke tletseng fana ke gore I don't know gore ke lona le re failang or ke batho ba re allocatang ke bone ba re failang because every month ke tla for housing. I don't know gore ba ditse voice recording or yang cause ba mpolella statement se one re tla founela ke dula ke tshwere phone yana mara gona le kholo e kenang ke atla ene ka I know gore ka batina ene ke feletsa ke omanya le bone because of ene ntwe ke omanyetsang ha se bone ba wrong ke batho ba allocate ba wrong bone ba dutse fale because of ba feel a message o e one gore wena e re 1 2 3 so ntwe ya bitu ke tlile ke last month ke tlile for housing and I don't remember ke tlatsa form ya gore ba batla motho disable ko ntlong ga ne ke tlatsa ke tladitse gore ke batla ke kopa RDP ke kopa RDP and ke tladitse le subsidy but I don't remember ke tlatsa form ya gore ke gona le motho disable ko or gona le motho o nang chronic ko ntlong ba re ke tla thola ntlo if ga gona le motho o nang chronic or o disable so ke kopa le fitise for gore e teng form e ya gore if gona le dilo tse thutse ke dimension tse ke tla thola ntlo na o bana mokgotlo o ba pereng black abuto o ntse a re lwanela butoto o ntse a re lwanela ka fa ka fole site ka modocha ka itwanela le nna myself mara gona next e se galang so ke kopa lona je ka go le dutse so ke kopa gore le nne once a month le kene ko housing e ya rona le check gore ba allocate jwang ha ke re ke le ruta mosebetsi wa lona ra ka kopa fela gore le ba check gore ba allocate jwang cause gona ne go tletse batho ba government mo dintlong go tletse bana ba banyane mo ntlong rona ba ba kwaditseng ha re yo ke tsene ko housing ka kopa gore ntwena ba jike system ya bone ke check gore ka ntwe ba tseba di lebitso le ba le checkang ko nna ke la kana only to find that ngwanaka o tswile mo systeming ga ke botsa gore why ngwanaka a so mo systeming ba re no maybe o teng ko di form ko di application e mo systeming ba montshitse ka re no ke ntse ke tla fa a le teng so if ha le tlhokomele o ya fale for housing we lo check le bitso la gago and then wena wa nna so bane ba o checka ka fale o kry le gore ha ona le lebitso fala gona ha wa tlasa next fale ba go ntshitse mo systeming ba bua only gore o teng wa tlhagella re tla go founela ha o teng ba tseba gore bone ba itse ka mabitso a gago ba itse ka everything sa gago thank you bagolo.
Thank you.
Dumelang ke na tshegofatso ke tswa ke le Ward 39. Bothata ba ke gore mama ka o kwadisitse ntlo ka 1980 so last year o tlhokofetse December ntlo ga ge metso go allocatiwa ka ya Gauteng this year ba mpotsa gore o go tswile molao o montšha molao wa teng o re ga go santse wa dintlo tsa batho ba tlhokofetseng so ntlo ya mama gago ga o tlo e kry-a emelela nou yana o kwadise ya gago potso ya ka ke gore molao o tswile leng rona batho ba leng gore kwadisa ntlo ge sa o itse and why le gore a re ya kwa taba ya gore tshwanetse o nne le beneficiary ke requirement wa ile requirement we as la itse ha le tlo fa di-beneficiary tsa rona dintlo tseo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo, ke nna Diana Chinana. Sale ke kwalisa ntlo ka 96. So yaanong lekgwa le ntse re tshwara diphijopo ko yene ne re nna ko yene. No yana o nkintshitse. Wa bona le kobe ke apereng ke robala mo wa bona net fela nka kra space nyana sa gore nka robala. From 96 sale ke ntse ke emetse ntlo. Ha o ya ko housing re tla go founela le no nna ise ke kry ba mfounetse or ke kry message e ise ko kry ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo, le kae bagolo? Nna ka lebitso ke nna Sipati Phakati, ke tswa from Ward 39, Krom Drive portion 26. The reason ke lefa, Mogale City wa re faila, housing ba re faila. Ka 2022, go tlile project, ba re ke Batlhaping project, go Krom Drive portion 26. They promised gore ba tlo aga, ne? Batlo aga go kgethiwa steering committee, go kgethiwa PSC, go bontsha gore the project e tlo ba teng e tlo aga, but nothing happened ka 2022. Come 2023, motho o wa project ya Batlhaping project o tlile a bile a tshwere le mepe go bontsha gore portion 26 e tlo shiftiwa fana ya isiwa fana mepe ke ye everything e felletse sa le re mo felletse that day a zanga tlhola a buile. Then ha re ya go human settlement re botsa go human settlement bo Ozethu, they said yes ke portfolio ya Batlhaping project e teng. But what is happening ka Krom Drive portion 26? Ke a utla gore di a bitsiwa di project kai. Krom Drive Ward 39 ha e tlhage mo budgeteng. What is going on ka Ward 39? The other thing ke gore elderly ya Ward 39 ba sokola ka di subsidy. Re kopo itse gore ga bagolo ba tla ba batla di subsidy re ya kae? Cause gona le bagolo ba bangata ba le gore di RDP tsa bone di approveilwe. But ba sokola ka ntho e one ya di subsidy ga o botsa ba go isa kwa it's totally wrong. Re kopa thuso ka ntho eo.
Thank you.
Age, ka lebitso ke Khomotso Kaudi from Ward 29, Beggersdal. So ke utlwile report e re sewer is being done. A ke tlhaloganye is being done ke ele ya Magotometša or the new one. Because this new one project, ba yepa, ba fetse ba tsamaya, ba boe ba yepe gape mo ne ba epile teng. So please, tlayane tlo bona Beggersdal because gone no Beggersdal ke itse gore go etsagalang ka yone. Because the project di again di atso but a gona something ele go ya fela. And the second question ke gore informal settlement re kopa upgrade ditlheng. Re kopa di upgrade because since ele yalo ko Beggersdal a gona di changes, there's no streets, there's no nothing. Metsi a kenywa di pipe di a thubiwa ke di project tsa lone. Please tlayane tlo go lokisetsa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dumelang, lebitso la ka ke Jane, ke tlhaga ke le ko Leraton village, Ward 127. The question e re tlang ka yona today re le baagi ba Ward 127, re batlo understand gore land ya rona or batho ba ko Leraton village ba belonga kae. Re kwalletse Mogale City lekwalo ba re araba ba re bolella gore land ya rona e under bona, but ha gona any services se re di kreyang for more than 20 years. Re dutse in that place without any service se re di kreyang. And re batla understand fela the issue ya land ya Leraton village gore where do we belong as Leraton village? Ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Dumelang, ka lebitso ke Maris Khosana from Utopia Road. My question is directed to human settlement. Human settlement, what do you do ka batho ba evicted? Go di plotong. Another question is human settlement. When motho a evictiwa, letsa motho limisa squatter kembe, ko mokhukhung again. Why? And then another thing happened. Now from go Utopia Road, hona le bagolo ba sa le banna from decades. A ke gopole gona le mogolo I one bila kra RDP. Ba bang ebile ba tlhokofetse. Le no ba seng ba le teng ba bang ai ba gona lo I one bila kra RDP. So re kopa di answers. Human settlement, you are disappointing us a lot.
Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo, nna ke Lebogang Khatiso from Utopia Road. Re lla ka di eviction, most of the plots ya Ward 39 batho ba evictiwa le tsa batho le ba latlhela gape ko mekhukhung instead of le tse batho le ba ise ko di RDP houses and ha go tla a private person a re plot e so ke plot ya ka. Do you guys investigate gore ka nnete plot eo ke ya gage o e tsere kae o e rekile neng ko mang yang? And then again kutlile le bua ka backlog ya 1.3 million ya batho ba tshwanetse le ba agele di RDP houses. Go tsho batho ba ile kra di RDP tseo di ofela 219 years. Batho ba bantle ba tlhokofetse ba sa di kreya. How about the rightful beneficiaries di voucher tsa gore ba ikagele dintlo?
Thank you.
Dumelang baholo. Ka lebitso ke Ichman Khunwana from extension 14 Ward 36. Baholo nna re kene ko extension 14 ka 1998. Re kene re le baruli ba extension 14. During that time, for your information, housing people or officially, ne re batla mantlo, but the situation in the ka mo le extension 14 ne ile like lintlo ne le rekiswa baholo. Ka tsela e le hore ba bangwe today ha re bua ba bolokilwe. Baholo re na le motho o beni ko right, o beni ko left man, le motho o beni ko right. The person o beni ko left is the right owner of the stand. The other person who is on the right hand side is the wrong person. Olori Yano is fighting with the right owner of the stand, and of which as the extension 14 we tried by all means to make a petition. Baholo ahuna mo husina diphoso. Ariska politicize the issue ribuanga yona today as you are here as a housing department. Let's not politicize in order to have members in our political parties as other people who are suffering at home. Baholo barina. So as extension 14 rinali 63 houses. Seluri now walwaniwa. We have lodged the complaints, we did the petition, Momukhali City, we did the petition, Co-Department of Houses. We have never get the reply. I don't want to say Mukhali City because Mukhali City king wana wa department, wa housing bahulubaka. Anything to etsagala mo housing department mo Mukhali City, iba itwa ko hulimu. And if you check bahulubaka, ahuna mutulu oiwani moluna molilusing thing. If really you are saying libo mme libo ntate, ahuna mutu ona lindlu less than 60 square moluna mo. You are more than 1,000 or 500 square meter molilulante, but runa rishera only 26 square meter moli housing. So bahulu my appeal kiauri today jega litli lefa. The issue extension 14, rikupa ifeliswe. Baba iluri mantlu abona ba rekselitswe mantlu aruna. Rikupa uri luna, as you said today you come to solve problem. Rikupa uri this year, ribe ritotsi a very good reply ko extension 14 because liganda ganda liata bahulu baba ngwe ha batla mo ntlung yaka. Batla ka ganda ganda ba ithube. Ba re ba batla o starta in fresh bahulu. So it's a problem erna leon bahulu hari kena ko extension 14 mo ward 36 huna li stand tse luri li empty and the stand tse was empty bahulu li kenywa ko auction last week nona li auction mo Mukhali City ya di stand tse luri ka be di fiwa bana ba runa bahulu. So that is a suggestion eki imposa mo lunar please. More lulante tlogelano etsa di auction. Why ne le disile di stand tseo le sa fa batho? So now is the time you really stand the open stand tseo. Adi fiwa bana ba runa kore ba ya ko kae kore huna ko ba yante. Bahulu the last. Rina le batsofi bahulu. I'm a member ya Sanko. And ke le member ya Sanko baholo. Ho tla batho ko motseng wa ka everyday ba kubile ko mantlong. And ha ba kubilwe mantlong baholo, re ba fa 3 months uri ba batla dipleke. But those people are hona pleke ko ba ka batla teng dipleke. So my appeal to you baholo ba ka, those people ba ngwadisitse mantlo ka 1996, 1997, please kopa le ba fe mantlo.
Thank you.
Ya bua mo ke Veronica Nkauta, ke tswa ke le merafong O2, le nna ke member ya Sanko. Ke leboha haholo tsatsing leo ho ema mo women settlement e le teng. Haholo ke rata ho bua le wena Austhembi Mokgethi hobane o tswa merafong o tsa bophelo bo re bophelang merafong. Ke ipotsa hore na e le hore mo ha le so utlwa le ka monne o thweng ke doctor mo merafong. Ya dutseng a jela community tjhelete. A fa batho di-happy letter tse seng tsona. A tshepisa batho matlo a leng siyo. And ha ona mo o kgona ho mo reporta teng. Ho na le hape o thweng ke Mata. O dula Elijah Bagae. O re o sebetsa women settlement. Ha o ya masepaleng ha tsejwe. O nka ditjhelete tsa batho o kenya batho mo di-flateng. And di-flat tse ding di teng tse hijackilweng mo Bagae. E le gore le etsang ka yona ntho hobane batho ha bana matlo, ha le kgone ho kenya batho mo matlong. Hape ho na le di-stand tse empty. Wa le sa hahele batho ba senang matlo mo di-standeng tse empty hobane le ha le na lefatshe. Hape ntho e ke tlang ka yona ke taba batho ba disable. Nna government ya rona re bona le re fail, ha le hlomphe batho ba disable. Hore na motho a disable o mo fa ntlo e tshwanang le ya ka jwang. O nahana motho o lo phela jwang ka hara ntlo hoba kana go ke motho a tsamang ka wheelchair. Kutlwa ho batho ba applyela matlo e be le hore after mo ha ba thola ha le mo ba dulang teng. Ha le thole batho mo ba dulang teng. Communication ya lona ke efeng hore le thole batho bao. Le ba tracer ka tsela efeng hore le ba thole hore na ba hokae. Why lona housing le sena newspaper. Mohlomong ya West Rand ya hore ha matlo a batho a tswile le ba kenye mo newspapereng. Mohlomong ka like ka re nna ke thotse newspaper eo ke tsebe motho ke mo informe hore ke bone lebitso la ha ntlo ha o itswile. Re kopa le tloela ho dula di-officing. Ha la hirelwa di-office le hiretswe ho etsetsa batho mosebetsi. Le ya setjhabeng le lo etsa mosebetsi. Ke a leboha.
Thank you.
Hello, Ausi. Batho ba baholo ke a kopa. Bitsa Ausi o, mo bitsa Ausi. Khutla mme. Ema hanyane ma, ema hanyane.
Wena
Tlo. No, ema hanyane. La tseba keng batho ba baholo. For as long as re sa bui mabitso a batho. Hore ke mang doctor eo e ntho tseo tse di etsang e rekisang matlo ko merafong. Ha ho no kgonahala hore ho be le inquiry. Wa bona? So ke batla hore o bue on record so that le rona as a committee re kgone ho follow up le department hore are they investigating who is this doctor? O tshwantse o bo tseba lebitso la hae. Mo fe lebitso. Ke a kopa. Live on record.
Lebitso la hae ha ke le tsebe. O bitswa ka hore ke doctor. Le happy letter ke tswere a file motho e mong e leng ha se yona. But ha se lebaka ke tla e batla ke tla mothola ke mang lebitso la hae.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay. Sheba, itla kwana. Emampil. Ke kopa re ske ra bua kaofela unless hona le motho a tsebang hore doctor eo ke mang. Be ke re ke tlo mo fa ntwena business card ya ka a kgone hore a nromelle lebitso leo la doctor eo re kgone ho tseba hore ke mang. Ho kgone ho ba le investigation because ha re bua fela so re tlapelana matsoho e fella hona mo ha re kgone ho investigate. Ke a leboha.
Dumelang bagolo. Ke nna Palesa ke tswa ko Kagiso ko ward 19. Ke eme mona on behalf of my mother. Ke utlwile gantsi le bua fo. Ke kopa go botsa gore ka re mama ka o kwadisitse ka 96. Go tswa Sengobile. A ntse a dula kwa bone. ha change number. La re ga le mo gray. Okay, fine. Gwa tswa Chief Mogale phase 1. According to HSS, ke ye ke e tshwere e ntsha le site number. A ke re speaker mo o rile re berekise HSS. Ke e sebedisitse HSS. E file area ya Mamaka, which is Chief Mogale phase 1, ya ntsha le project number, ya ntsha le site number. Ke kopa go botsa gore motho o dutseng ko site numbering ele ya Mamaka o tsene yang. Ene ne ke kopa gore before re tsamaya fana, e be le re bolella gore le tlo etsang ka batho ba ba tsentswe mo mantlong a ileng gore a se a bone ebile ga ba qualify. Ke kopa go botsa gape another thing gore le etsang ka batho ba ko housing ba ileng gore ga ba berekisi dilo tse di right, ditsela tse di right. We know the only thing gore we don't have proof. Na I have proof gore Mamaka o kwadisitse ka 96. I have proof gore batho ba tsene ko Sengcobile a ntse a le teng a dula kwa bone. Gwa tla Chief Mogale phase 1, phase 2 a ntse a dula kwa bone ha change di number. Gwa tla 13 still ba re ga ba mothola. Ke tse gore ba mothole kae cause o teng mo Kagiso mo ward 19. So a ke tse gore ga ba tsa mothole ba mmatlela kae. Ke kopa gore le re thuse. Last question e ke nang lone bathong re na le mohiri ko gae, a tenant o dula mo mokhukhung. O ka re le ka tsamaya le nna le ile bona kwa dulang teng. O ne a le teng o tsamaile o tsamaya ka wheelchair e tsamaisang. Total disability. Spine, matsogo, a gona sepe se se berekang. Ya abuti o le ona dutse mole o dula go gae ke tenant go gae nkgola ka o re tlogetse lene. So ne ke kopa go botsa gore le ka se kgone go metsetsa polane na cause o kwadisitse. Ha le ka bona toilet a e sebedisang high decent for yena cause re dutse kaofela mo jareteng and toilet e le a se toilet e leng gore e right for motho o nang le disability. Ke tsone fela tsa ka tseba golo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bagolo, nna ke emele mmeleng. Ke tlhaga ke le ko merafong o 12. Ne ke dula ko Potch ko rakgadi wa ka. Ka January ga ke tla mo ke tlo sheba ntlo wa ka. E be ba re ntlo ya ka e tlo tswa gaufinyana. E be ke movela back kwano. That's ka January. Le no yana santsane ke emetse SMS le no yana. Ba ntse ba itse ntlo ya ka e tlo tswa gaufinyana. Be ke move back le bana be ke etsa ka di transfer. Le tsa di kliniki di etsa di transfer. Le no yana santsane ke emetse SMS. Ene ke half blind bagolo. A ke bone sentle. Ene ke mewa bana ba bararo. Ke gola disability grant ene ke phela go yone ke patala rent 1,000 rand rent. Inkutlisa botlhoko ntho eo because la re faila. A ke tsebe gore ke lela ko kae.
So, sorry, can you come forward and we can hear you better? Just come forward to the stage. Thank you everyone for participating. As you know, we've had a lot of questions and a lot of information. I'm going to refer to the HOD. Let's give a response.
Instead of her coming.
Yeah, we'll do that. So HOD, over to you. Just an indication of what you can respond to. The rest we will revert back in due course. Thank you, HOD.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. There's a number of questions that were posed to the department. There's different colleagues on the floor who can take the questions. Maybe, Chair, if you allow, I would want to maybe invite them one by one to answer what we can respond to, and then the rest we can do supplementary submissions on the information that they want, especially like the number of database, we can do a supplementary submission. The number of people on the database, we can do a supplementary submission, is the information that we don't have. The issue of the budget, how much we spend thus far at Brickvale, we can do a supplementary submission. The other questions, we will then try our level best to respond to. But Chair, before I invite the managers to respond, on the issues of the Ward 27, the Gautrain in Roodepoort, the challenge is that that area falls under the city of Johannesburg. It's not under Mogale City. So, Chair, in this sitting, we would not be able to answer the issues of 127 as they belong to the city of Johannesburg. Same with the issues of Lufereng and Sepisong. They belong under the City of Johannesburg. On the issues of the library, we will then escalate the issues to the Department of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture in terms of the library in Ward 7. On issues of the Zirbekom, I think there was a question that they asked that they would want a high school there. We'll also escalate the issues to the Department of Education. On the issue where municipality must then address issues of sewer spillage, issues of waste removals, I was hoping that by now MMC will be with us in the House so that the MMC can then take those questions. We are noting the question, the regional manager is here for West Rand, where the municipality must then do that intervention. The regional manager has made the notes so that we can then escalate to the municipality. It's one of the things that we have been we are aware that the municipality must go back and address. We'll start with issues of beneficiary administration. DDG Molokome, if you can then take the questions on beneficiary administration. Colleague, har ka fan tate Molokome sebaka sa gore are arabe ka process ya rona gore how apply ntlo why tsa sebaka ba ba ngwadisitseng before 1996 why sampane ba eme gona le issues the housing backlog mo gong ne le taba ya relocation gore how invade the property ya government. Obviously invasion number 1 is illegal. How invade la ba go tlosa wa ba go isa ko diteneng ko di under rapid land why ba sa go be o ko informal settlement why ba sa go fintlo. There were also issue ya HSS le salary ngwadisa ko HSS e bua gore ntlo ya ka itsile ko Chief Mogale. DDG, if you can also address the issue of Chief Mogale, why can I agree issues, I think most issues here is a beneficiary admin DDG. Another thing, Bakaitu, Rally Office Mogale City, Officer na Eco 56 Berger Street, Kamos Francis Kamo. I know for Baba Mbalona, Laiz Officer na Eco Kai, Honali officials Tarona in that office. Baba Khona for Bakampe Bakana Bansebaya, by Lokobuza. The officials are there, they can also open the system and still check what is the status of the applications alone. Officer na Human Settlements, Eco 56 Berger Street, Kistratseskam, Tomomorajo. So, Halka and Walamofati, Lekaya Human Settlements, Lilo Cheka, but in Tatemolukume, responsible for beneficiary administration. So, everything that is related to beneficiary admin, HSS, the systems, is that today Hatali Timia Hache, Nikitlare, Lieze Kukon Tabali immediately on the system, but the Temolukume will try at his level best, Hore Are Arabele di Potozarna, so say the Amanangli, the issues that beneficiary administration, Calabo Harta Simulakan, Temolukume, Haramofeng Zebe, Retry Zebe, Calabo.
I hope, good to agree. Yeah, there's something that I have observed which is not correct. I'm responsible for 5 regions. One of them is West Rand. There is a director here. A director is a level 30. Yeah, I'm saying I am responsible for 5 regions. There is a director here in this district, and together with the officials, and then I heard, Chair, some of the names that were mentioned here. I heard some names that you mentioned. You were referring to some people that are here. But if you look at in this wall, none of them is here. None of them is here. And then I did well by coming because I wanted to actually to come unannounced. Then I sent WhatsApp to the chief director responsible, the one that reported to me. Then I get some reply, they are busy. Now what I'm saying, Chair, if you're gonna move from one region to the other, and then myself, DDG Ratabala and DDG Nomfundo, we become your flower, just because we are with you, is not helping at all. Because as they were asking here, I was communicating with the team that I have deployed, car, cell phone. So those are some of the things that when we go forward, Jackie, please mindful of where we are going. And then there's no political interaction with the community on housing without beneficiary, none. One, there are two questions that will always come. I've been registered in 1996. That's number one. Number two, my stand is on the HSS, somebody has occupied the property. I went to the office, they say they will phone me, but no one has phoned. If they were here, they would be sitting here, and then chair, you could then say, who is that person? Otherwise, we'll be coming here, same thing, same thing, same thing. So it's fine, let me try. The Elijah Bahai houses are empty. Chair, the Elijah Bahai houses are empty. Now, where I'm sitting, we have got a regional director reporting to me. We have got the regional director responsible for construction. Now, do we have to wait to come here in this hall and point that these houses are empty? Because this is an operational matter that's supposed to be have attended to. But what I will do, I have written everything in my phone. Already I started to communicate. What I will do, I will write to my regional director that the houses at Elijah Bahai, according to the community, are empty, and when they will be allocated. So I will also give today is Thursday. I'm sure next week I will come just to see those houses by myself. And then the 1996 people, the same story on the 9 provinces. It's not Gauteng only. All 9 provinces talks about, they used to talk about pink paper. Now they changed the language from pink paper to 1996. So when we develop a policy, allocation policy, which I have just got the reply now, that I'm busy talking about there, we have allocated percentage for people that registered in 1996, for people that are disabled, for people that were in the military, they call them military veterans. So which means if it is 10 beneficial houses, we'll give 10% for 1996. You don't get them all. Then another percentage for other group, so on, so on. And then the other thing, without trying to run away from the problem, Gauteng is not excuse, Chair. Gauteng, Fitlamoka 87, people were more or less than 5 million. Today, statistics says we are 15 million. We tripled. So it is the province that have migration from home. Home, I'm talking about Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Northwest, KZN, Eastern Cape, including neighboring countries. So that is the Gauteng story. So I just wanted colleagues to know that. Then the database of this area, regional directors, will work with the
Hello. The chair is calling. Yeah. Ke a bona ekare batho ba rona yaanong ba ba a little bit confused the way we respondang ka teng.
Okay, sure.
So this table has agreed as the portfolio committee hore I think you had been checking me, I'd been noting. I'm a kind of a person who note, and I will remind you even after 2 years, this is what you said. So for us to be able to hold you accountable on the responses that you are giving, we are going to come back here. Coming back here, we are bringing responses to say, these are the questions that were asked, and this is the response, and this is how far we are. Because in terms of database, you will not be able to give the database to the community out of your head now, unless you go back to your records and go and check. Ne? So I want to make a commitment, batho ba ko gae ba Westland, gore we are coming back. Ke utlwile ntate Molokombe a ithacha a itlogela ntwa ko Elijah Bagai. I stay in Merafong ko gae ke go Khutsong. I was in Elijah Bagai 2 weeks back. Yeah. And what the community is saying here is correct. Gore, there are houses that are standing there empty, that are complete and not allocated. Okay. So I'm going to give you the numbers and Tate Molokombe. I will let's pen, let's the phone, ke tlo le bitsetsa tsona. Leading wale mo fatshe. Ne? Emang hanyane, a ke re santse re le mo parlamenteng. Ntate Molokombe ke a o lokolla hore ra ikwala, then I'm going to give them your numbers. And if, as and when there are issues, tse di tlhagang, tsa bo di legal invasion or whatever that you think is related to housing that is happening in your communities, you call Ntate Molokombe at this number 079 504 3929. Re ke phete hape 079 504 3929. Mare ke public phone, ula ka ke public phone. Ha re romele di WhatsApp re tsosa Ntate Molokombe ka matsa. Ha ke o romela fela ha o na le issue e leng hore it's happening in your area, or if there's anything that you want to be clarified on. Ha ke so ke tlo kopa hore Ntate Molokombe re mo fe re mo release mo staging re tlo khona ho fa member more hore atlo re kwalla. But what we are committing HOD in your presence is that this committee will be in this hall again to come and give you feedback on everything that you have asked, and I promise on that day when we come, the MEC will also be here, the HOD will be here, GPF will be here. All those questions that you ask, you are going to get responses from. Re tlo le fa feedback. So I don't know hore Ntate Ntena o ga ba ke mang member more hore atlo re kwalla. Ntate Molokombe, I don't know if there's anything that you still want to say, because I'm sitting I'm sitting here, I'm watching your audience. Your audience is lost between somewhere in the space. So for us to be able to arrest the situation, I'm appealing batho ba ko gae gore let's try and do that so that we can be able to do justice. Ager baholo. Ager. I think all of us are not happy about incomplete projects and so on and so on, and so on and so forth. Again, so ke tlo kopa hore re etse jwalo. As this committee, we have a serious interest in the issues of human settlement. We have a very serious. That is why we have dedicated a day to go to Montrose and make sure that issues of Montrose are resolved. Ne? Ke a leboha. I'm just going to hand over to. Okay, Barry Rekope legally. The legal department, just to talk about the two issues that
Monde.
Ke kopa o mo fe mic Ntate Monde a respond. Okay.
I just wanted to check, you said about, you have something to say. On that day.
Who's there?
On that day, I want the chair to hear what I'm talking about. Yeah, I will end up doing like this. This thing is, yeah, huh? Yeah. No, I was saying, colleagues, Labour Party community and chairperson, on the day that will be coming here, we'll bring the office that I'm talking about, that some names that we're talking about. They will be here, and then you all know the consequence, so it's fine. I don't scare you. We'll bring them here. Because the problem that we have in organizations, things are happening here, and then this is Western, this is Pretoria, this is Ekurhuleni, this is Sidibeng. There are about 5 regions with a lot of stuff. Sometime you'll be phone, say you look for me, I'm in Tshwane, I'm in Ekurhuleni, I'm just giving those examples. So on the day the chair wants to see you, I'll make sure that the people that I have put here, that I'm paying them every month I sign a pay register, so that we can hear what is actually happening here. Just to say, is not helping the problem. Because I'm living here, back home, I'm leaving you with the problem. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, DDG. Monde.
Dumelang batswadi. Sanibonani bahlali. Ngegama uMonde Mofokeng, I'm with the Anti-Fraud and Corruption Unit at Department. There were allegations that were raised by some members of the community regarding one of our officials. So bengifuna confirm ukuthi yes indeed, as the unit we are aware of those allegations and we are investigating those allegations against one of our officials that was mentioned to the meeting regarding the alleged illegal sale of RTP houses. So sizocela abahlali ukuthi if there are any other people abakhona la who have paid monies or were requested to pay imali, baze kimi lapha ekhoneni nginobhuti lapha abaduthabo mahadu osebenza la eWest Rand in terms of investigation. So he works with me. We can take the name of all the complainants that are here in this hall so that we can also add to some of the allegations as is investigator against the official okhulunywe igama lakhe la in this meeting. So we are confirming kubahlali ukuthi yes, we are investigating those allegations and we are also requesting assistance from South African Police Services to assist us. Some of the cases there's nama inquiry dockets on those matters. So yes, thanks, Chair.
Okay, colleagues, we have come to the end of this meeting, and I've been given a very simple task, just to thank everyone. Let me take this opportunity to thank the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee for actually enabling this meeting to happen. Let me thank the organizers, the support staff that were with. Let me thank the honorable members in attendance, not forgetting our most important people, yourselves, to come here and make sure that we meet and discuss the issues that human settlement affect. My sincere thanks to the department and GPF. With us, Renali, the acting HOD, Auspuleng Khadebe Mabaso. What department? We also have in our midst the CEO, ya GPF, Oslindiwe Kweli, and all the officials that they came with. We thank them for the presentations. Tsebatleng le tsona, barifa, information so that re tsebe gore ba ko kae ba etsang, ho etsahalang. Hence, we could ask the questions that we've asked. And thank you for those questions and contributions, because my belief is that we're working together to ensure that we've got communities that are habitable, that are safe, that have got good infrastructure. The department on its own, the government on its own, anyone on their own, they cannot do this. We can only do this and achieve together if we work together. So I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you. I can't mention you one by one, Kamabito, but honorable members, the chairperson, the department, GPF, the support staff, Sarona, we actually have this meeting today. So I've been told that you should not leave. You should sit where you're seated right now. Food will be served so that so sit, just wait for a while, and then you'll be served udutsifati. The doors have been closed as well to control access in and out, so that we are sure that this meeting achieved exactly what needs to be achieved. I've learned that we will have another meeting in the near future so that we come with all the replies. I want to thank you. Can you give yourself a round of applause? You have been a good audience, and I thank you. Thank you, Chairperson.